Hi guys, can you guys hear me? Hi everyone. I'm testing out this new mic, so I need to know if anybody can hear me. Hi. I have a new pin mic here. If you can hear me, just give a thumbs up. If you cannot hear me, I'm going to take this thing out immediately because I've tried it on my phone. It's working perfectly, but I have not tried it on the laptop. I just found out that I could use it and I was like, you know what, let me go for it. So if you can hear me, that will be perfect. Welcome. Today's topic is kind of off brand, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. Like, I do not post videos like this from the Mexits to like when the entire thing unfolded. I just focused on Nigerian content. Please guys, if you can hear me, I just so that I can continue with clear mind or clear conscience, whatever that is. But anyway, so I have not talked about it. I don't think I've ever done a video about this, have I? So first of all, I'm going to lay out all my disclaimers. This is just the initial introduction. If you stay in the UK, if you're British, please, the kind of videos I do, I'm very straightforward. I'm not the kind of person that is moved by media sensationalism, as it were. My opinions are very straight. It might come off very controversial. Oh, Nathan. Okay, you guys can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I should save the live. All right. So I have to lay this disclaimer. My opinions can be very controversial, because I do not move with the media. I don't even do bandwagon mentality. So I have to state it. You might not like some things I will say, but I would back it up with facts, and I will it's an open floor. People can share their thoughts. Okay. Today we are going to be talking about the royal squabble. Like, it has just been going on and on. And as a topic that I talk about, I didn't want to do a dedicated video. I wanted a live stream because I feel like live streams are more open, and it's kind of like a soft intro. So let me know if you want me to be doing topics like this. They're not traditional Nigerian topics, but I'm fascinated by politics, general news. That's the kind of person I am. So I'm just kind of doing like a soft launch, so to speak. Now, the title, of course, is the Africans' reaction to this whole thing. So first, I'll start with the royal family, how it ties to Nigeria. For those of you that do not know, we were colonized by the British. So Nigeria was one of it, one of the countries that gained independence from the UK. So that's our main tie. If you're looking for another tie as to why Nigerians are remotely interested in the royal family, it's because we really, like, everybody's mother loved Lady D. Like, there is nobody that cannot remember their mom literally fanning over Lady D. And Lady D is Princess Diana. For those of you that do not know, when the whole thing happened, she became Lady D and everybody loved her. So now I would say this, because many people use that as an angle to say, okay, Lady D this, Lady D that. Hold that thought. Nigerian or African mothers love Princess Diana, or as they fondly called her, Lady D. Do you understand? So hold it. Now, do not ever think that simply because Nigerian mothers loved Princess Diana, that they all love what is going on. Because let me tell you, their love for Princess Diana, would they come out and beat their chest and say that they will allow any of their sons to marry a girl that will take them out of their father's house? Somebody shout power. Hey, we have not even started. Somebody shout power. You see why this is actually a topic that don't allow any sensationalism push you here and there. No African mother, no Nigerian mother, no matter how much they love Lady D, will allow and beat their chest to say that they will allow their sons to marry a girl that would take them out of, even if that mother used to fly in the night, like she's a proper witch, they cannot come out and say it. They tag them on this video and tell them they should beat their chest and say they support this thing. So let's get to Harry and Meghan's marriage. Like, first of all, for those of you that have been following the royal family, I follow it like maybe from high school or whatever. And when Harry and he used to date one girl like that, I've forgotten the girl's name, one skinny girl. But for those of you that you are having new love for Harry used to just be the chaotic child. I don't know if people have forgotten, because it's like I'm very old and I'm having, memories of Harry not being this angel that everybody say. He was just, when you have a second child, you have a first son and you go like, oh my God, this my first son is so amazing. Let me have a second one. And that second one is born to humble you. That was Harry. Harry was like Prince Andrew. I don't know if any of you know Prince Andrew. That's King Charles's brother. That one is Harry. You see that one? That one is Harry. I'm talking about anything chaotic. Anything chaotic is that's the person. So Harry was always in the news for something bad. Clubbing, Nazi. There was a period he was wearing Nazi clothes. Nazi. Yes, that Harry. This Harry now will be some people Jesus. Yes, he did it. He did everything under the books. Why? I feel like I actually liked him was because he didn't have the burden like Harry. This is where I would come in. No matter what you think about the royal family as Nigerians, as Africans, as people that were colonized, we still have royal families within Nigeria. And I feel like those are institutions that we should let function the way they function. They stole things from India. They stole things from Nigeria. They did, yes. Our people at that time, for whatever reason, let them do that, yes. Now, where we should understand how people function is that no matter how much I feel I do not like the rules in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, I cannot challenge the Oba of Benin. I can never challenge it. Like, do you understand? These institutions, we do not understand why they do the things they do, but somehow I've grown to the point where I just let people. Especially when you look at things that are so crude. Guys, please follow me. This is how I chat, and it might be I'm going somewhere. The same thing with the Oni of Ife. These are institutions. In Benin, the king can never see his son because the son is seen as his enemy till he dies and the son comes in. Although those things are changing, you should understand that, it's law. However, in this Uncle Harry's case, I will say that I'm the only person that the time he was marrying our good sister Meghan, I don't like. There was something about her, and it wasn't about a black and yellow marriage thing. Guys, people don't drag me first. I just did not like the girl. The only reason I did not like her was because she said that she did not know Harry was a prince. And I say it's a lie. Like for me, I was so annoyed by the lie that every other thing was annoying me. So now the entire world was so happy with the marriage, and I was like this girl. That kind of like, it wasn't like anything antagonistic, but we Nigerians were very straight. I feel like the beauty about growing up in Nigeria is that we get to have opinions about ourselves without feeling like it's a race thing or it's a gender thing or it's a this thing. Because since moving to Canada, it's almost like the way people they do this news. Like if you are black, you must support black people. I'm from Nigeria, like black people, there are people that are even in my family that don't like me. Do you understand? Like, we get used to the fact that people can look like us and not like us, and we're okay with it. We're not doing bandwagon anything. I feel like that's a blessing. That's a proper blessing, because for me to come out and say the fact that she lied about not knowing Harry, like, I cannot for the life of me agree that she did not know. Like, I cannot. I know that people say, but Americans don't really know anything. It's a proper lie. I do not like lies, and that's a lie. Don't do it. But the Shah married. I feel like he married her in a way to, like, Harry has always been doing something to gain attention. For me, I don't know if it's proper. Like, he just wants to do something that will stay emotions. But I don't think that they reacted the way he thought they would react. Or me, self, I'm even shocked by the way everybody, the Brits were happy. I don't know if people have forgotten. News everywhere. Everybody was happy about the marriage. Everybody was, maybe only me that I'm giving her side eye for that her lie. But every other person was happy about it. Now, let's talk about the fact that Harry likes acting up, and Lady D and her death, okay? The way we talk about it, I feel like people forget that Prince William, they actually gave birth to Prince William. It's not only Harry that has Lady D. It's not his only mother. Like, you know, the way he makes it seem like he's the only one that the death affected. I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's nice. Your brother is there. Many people don't like Prince Charles, of course, because of the way he went about it. But let me strike this angle, please, before people break my head. This is going to be a live video that people will be watching after the fact. So, but please, follow me. This is somebody that, let's look at the life of Prince Charles as without judgment. This is somebody that when he was born, his mother had been saddled with the responsibility of ruling whatever colonies that were operational at that time. Whether it was right or wrong is not what we are asking for. So when this boy was born, he was raised by his grandmother because the mother was busy. He had countries for toys. Like when people are playing with Legos, he literally had to, okay, this country is under our rule, this country is under our rule. Listen. He now fell in love with somebody. And the mother, in her wisdom, because this is a very Nigerian story, before we will judge, let us just, please, guys, if you're here, please just indicate in the comments. I'm not seeing comments again. I feel like probably it's the ads. This is a very Nigerian story. He likes a girl. The girl's name is, what's this new woman's name? Camilla. But the mother say, my Okpara, my first son that is going to be the king, is going to marry a pure girl from a pure line that's probably a virgin that is kept, like, she selected the best of wives for him. Okay? She didn't do bad, because let us be honest. As a mother, she felt like she was doing the right thing. She got the girl with all the quote-unquote medical record, everything. Like, everybody loves her. This girl is an angel. She selected the best person because she's not looking only at her son. She's looking at the best queen. She's looking at somebody that, if my son becomes king, who is going to be the best representation of selflessness? And that was Lady D. But this man did not love her. Because when people get angry, are we saying that Charles should have stayed with Diana till now? Based whether or not he loved her, he should stay with her. Let us say that one, no, because the same people now are happy that Messiah Igbe collected Funshaws' husband. But God forbid that Charles and Diana did not work out. Let's just say it. Me, I personally do not care about him. But I'm just, like, I felt like over the years, I began to see, there was a video that somebody put up and said, our parents are also doing this life thing for the first time. And it kind of humbled me. Because growing up, of course, you have moments where you feel like your parents made certain choices. And then you just need to understand, especially as a mom, it makes me even emotional. I'm doing this for the first time. There are things I do, I'm like, hope I'm not making a mistake. I don't even know what I'm doing. How am I a mother? Me that I'm even expecting my father to give me money for provision at my big age. I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30. So I'm wondering, now look at Charles, having saddled with the responsibility. Maybe he could have abdicated the throne. Debola, for you to even suggest that is not nice, because one, it's not somebody that is raised under a mother whose father only became king because his elder brother abdicated the throne. Do you even think, looking at Eliza's face, that she will ever conceive that her son would do that? Let us look, because I feel like we are looking at people and judging them too far off. These things happen in our very before. I'm a wedding planner. I have seen more arranged marriages than people can even detect. I have seen, don't even allow Nollywood tell you a rich man will just stagger and meet you. There are weddings I have done that is proper arranged. It's lasting. Sometimes it doesn't last, sometimes it lasts, but it happens. The groom can come and tell, like, I know of people that have booked me for a wedding and say, I've seen a girl. And then the same person goes like, oh, my parents did not agree, so I'm going to be marrying another person. Just so that, heads up, when I'm coming for the next meeting, it is not the first girl I saw. It's another person. This is happening live. No, this is Kiki. This is before being a terrible father and husband. That one is far. First, as a person now, he has done this. So now, they gave you wife. because you actually wanted, throne and everything, you're like, okay, she's not that bad. Do you know that this innocent girl married this guy? And the love was not real. He's still seeing his side chick. He's still seeing Camilla. Camilla is cheating and seeing Charles based on, they feel like, of course, love is love now. In fact, they're still together. So maybe their love was real love. And endangering Diana. I feel like that's where you look at it and be like, this person was a terrible husband. He made a statement that is very important for our next series of talk. When Diana gave birth to Harry, because if you read royal documentaries, when she gave birth, 2 sentences, he's a boy again, like another boy, 1. The second one, and he even has red hair, 2. Charles made statements about the color of his own. When I read that thing, I felt so sad. Imagine being a new mom and your husband comes in. First, he's like, because he really wanted a girl, he's like, what is this? I'm just here to tell you that I love the way you had to work overnight. Like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Say from one. Oh, thank you, the pampered. Africans need to be worried about Meghan and Harry's issue with the royal family because look deep, they are treating Harry bad because he didn't marry a white man. Harry loves a half black woman. Kiki. Well, everybody has opinions. Me, I don't think so. Harry's not an edge. I absolutely do not think so. Diana was white and they treated her bad. Not buying it. Not at all. Not in the slightest. The person that we as Nigerians like, is she half anything? No. People can be wicked on a normal day. Like, people can not like you and it has nothing to do with color. So if they do not like her, it might not have anything. Me personally, I've just given an example that there are people that I don't like and they're black like me. I don't like your maybe attitude or something. Just the fact that you're able to grow up in a country where people largely look like you helps you to hate people because you just hate them. And it's a gift. For you to, people hate that the freeze. They hate VDM. Some people love VDM. Some people hate Blessing CEO. Do you get the kind of thing? So it becomes, like, let's leave color. Let's leave color. I don't want to talk color. Do you get? It's just different. I don't want to talk color. So yeah. With the Princess Auntie. That's Camilla and Anne's former boyfriend, Bad Debola. For me, one, I don't advise married people. I don't advise people in love. Any of your scattered love life is not my exact business. It's just the way it represents on your other family. So for me, coming from the angle I'm coming from, I don't want to delve deep into Camilla. That's a smelling business. I don't want to delve deep into Chelsea's adultery. That's his business. Where it now brings the children, because Harry imagine from birth, you are a tiny baby in your mother's hand. Your father comments on your gender and your color. Now, before all of you will shout that Charles is a wicked father for doing that, how many of us have mother-in-law say, please, hope this baby you will have, it will be fair like my son. Hope you are going to give us a boy. Grandparents talk anyhow. The moment you open your mind to these things, I'm telling you, very few things will annoy you. People will not surprise you. Grandparents talk anyhow. When he wasn't even a grandparent, he was talking anyhow about his own child. And that is Charles. Charles for you. Highly pampered because next king, right? When he had the quarrel with Diana, guess who was next in line? His brother. People don't talk about Andrew. Andrew is Charles's brother. So people were like speculating that if he falls out of love with his mom and divorces Diana because the queen really liked Diana, he said, and this your baby will be black. Exactly, like we are so open about comments. They literally, sometimes you carry 2 babies and people will be rushing the fair one or the chubby one. Like, we are very conscious about those things openly. And the reason we don't see anything in it is because we are raised in a place where everybody's like that. But when you come out and you find that the world is so sensationalized about gender, color of skin and the rest, you have to also be very careful, okay? Now, when she gave birth, Harry was growing, but Harry always knew that since you're not the first child, you're allowed certain leverage on character. Charles did not have that. So Andrew, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it. If you have somebody, your elder brother is going to be king, nobody's putting so much pressure on you. So you can live your life, you can club, you can this, but this first one, he must live a certain way. Sometimes the pressure is a lot. The pressure on Charles, the pressure on William, the pressure on the new George. Because if you look at the Williams's son, I think Prince Louis, that's the younger son. He's just like Harry, who is just like Prince Andrew, mischievous. These are human beings. Before we will not like them, please, they are human beings, first of all. First of all. Let us there. I'm pandering to another angle that you're not used to. This is not an angle that the media talks about. This is an angle to make these people as human as possible, so that when we are judging them, we're not judging them with status, we're judging them as humans, okay? Humans make mistakes. The lens of which we are looking at them is because they are way up there, but we're forgetting that they are like every other person. They're humans, okay? Now, when they now did that, their exits, I want to ask you people one question. Someone said Tom Bower once said that Charles doesn't like African Commonwealth, but he likes India and Oceania. He really visits Africa, yet the head of Commonwealth. People can say anything they want to say. As Charles is looking like that, somebody commented that his child's hair is red. You think he would like somebody that is darker than somebody that is red? I don't understand. Like, if he openly does not like it, I don't even know why he's still the head of the Commonwealth. I thought we have moved past this one. I think Africans should be happy that he's not visiting. I don't know why we want to be visited. Absolutely not. He should like the Indians and Oceanians. Perfect. One of the first ways to be emancipated from any form of this is not to sought love or approval. Absolutely not. He should don't come. Don't come. It's fine. It's so fine because it doesn't take anything from our skin. Nothing. What are you visiting for? Create, hold up, and no. Leave. No. Me personally, that's how I see it. That's how I see the world. Let me not lie. That's why I gave my disclaimer in the first instance. Now, concerning their Megxit, Brexit or exit, whatever the exit was, this is where I faulted them. I'm going to start with their marriage. Meghan, I cannot relate with her at all. One, I want to address Black people, and this is not even Nigerians, because any Nigerian that thinks like this, I want to understand where your head is at. If somebody is half white and half Black, how is the person Black? How is the person Black? Because most Black Americans, when somebody is half white, half Black, you say the person is Black. How? The person is half white and half Black. How is she Black? There's no way I'll see her on the road and never think that she has a Black mother. Like, for me personally, I don't know, like, what's this obsession with the forcing Blackness on people that are half Black, half white? Her father is as white as snow. Her father is white, proper white. Whoa, I don't get it. I don't get it, seriously. I'm still talking, Kiki. I don't know which part like you say you don't get. You say Camilla, we all know, is behind it all. She's bent on destroying Diana's legacy. Yes, Amara, she has a Black mom, but she's not like Black. She's still half white, half Black. The way we like the reason I'm saying this is because we come from a place where you are from, where your father is from, right? If your father is Igbo and your mother is Yoruba, where are you from? You're from Igbo, right? It's where your father is from. But then if people ask you, you say, I am half Igbo, half Yoruba. We should not even say, okay, I'm Igbo and you neglect the Yoruba part. And I have said it in my disclaimer. You will not like it. You will not understand it. But this is my take. We should be proud of both sides. Her mom is Jamaican, fantastic. Her dad is white. You should not do something because it is more popular right now to identify with the black people, because that is what heightens racism, whether we like it or not. This idea of, say, continuously referring to race is what will make racism not go. When we stop referring to race as it were and start attacking people for their bad character, this is somebody that had a bad character with a white wife and commented on his white wife's delivery, her child, which is also his child. Charles has a problem first before the blackness of his grandchild-in-law, his daughter-in-law. Please, you understand? Because I want us to not judge everybody. I'm not saying that everybody is good or bad, but if we go on with a one-size-fits-all mentality, it's going to affect us. But let me not be sidetracked so that everything I write, may let it come out. So my problem with Meghan first that I said was because I feel like she lied about not knowing that Harry was a prince. I'm like, auntie, there's no way you did not know. But when it came to the wedding and I didn't see her dad, I don't know what happens in families. But if your father, like, he went to the best of schools. I'm saying this because I know it's popular for us to push the mothers are fantastic. I'm a mother, of course. Mothers are this. But we are antagonizing the father part too much. Too much. No family is 100% perfect. But if you're ever, that's why I even tell my clients till tomorrow as a wedding planner, I have been in families where I will enter the house. It is proper cat and rats. But I'm telling you, if you want to marry that man, like that's your daughter is going to that family, the both of you put up a united front. Put up a united front. Because if you ever face those people as people that do not have their daughters back, it's going to be a problem. Whatever her issues were, I felt a type of way for her to not allow her father be there. Who walked her down the aisle? King Charles. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. You see, that's why at this point, I just look at it like, no. The person you are allowing to walk you down the aisle has a more messed up background than maybe your father. Like, did you just hear what I just explained about Charles's character? That's who your father-in-law, that's who you're allowed to walk you down the aisle, because God forbid your father has a worse character. Me, it's a no for me. I'm sorry. I'm not here to allow to just talk and allow you the things where you get for mine to go. No, it's a no for me. So when he got to the Brexit, a Megxit. Why do I keep calling him Megxit? So they left, which is not new because people abdicate their responsibilities and the rest. But there were things that they agreed. Abi, am I? He said, sorry, I've just, I feel like the comment section is throwing me off. So I have things written down and then it throws me off. I don't know how to link the story, but let me just read it so it doesn't get. She has a black mom. Yes, I'm aware of that. So I think it's old racism issue. Maybe they think the blood is tainted, so any drop of blackness is black. Which of the blood? That is a half black woman is marrying a proper wife. So the 3/4 children, is it that? I don't know. And he's not next in line. So that's why I believe that they didn't have a problem with it. If it was Williams marrying a black woman, I'm telling you, yeah, if it was Williams marrying a black woman, that's when we'll have this discussion. Do you understand? Like, people have not seen racism. It will. As for Harry, I don't know why I don't think they bothered about it like that, the way he's thinking. So I don't think you know the whole background. The father was the one that messed up. He had a heart attack. It wasn't Meghan's fault. Me, I don't know the whole background of Thomas Markle. I beg. Her mother worked her in the beginning, then Charles will take over as who? Faith. As who? As who? What did the father do? Sell one picture for how much dollar? As who? I'm not saying why is she claiming black. I never said that. Debola, go and listen to what I said. I said black people always force the fact that the blackness must be the. If somebody is half white and half black, the person is half white and half black. The person is not black. Because if a white person keeps insisting that that person is white, we won't like it. It's simple. Half. It's not fair to the other half if you think that your half is the right half. And from a place where if it's half Yoruba, like I gave an example, half Yoruba, half Igbo, whether or not you like it, you have to maintain that you're half Yoruba, half Igbo. That's what I'm saying. I don't think because you, eternity, you make me laugh. I'm not saying that you said I should research this way before I talk on the subject. Well, I'm very researched about it. That's why I said in the beginning, in the beginning, I said this is a take that you have not heard. It is not media sensationalism. I am not regurgitating what the British press has been saying. I'm not interested in people's take. I am saying a take that is going to offend you, but it's going to be the truth. It's not going to be what you like because that's not how I play. I'm going to say my side with the facts of which I believe. If you want to know the story, it's the same thing all over. And I have watched everything. And I'm not about to regurgitate what media and people are saying. No, I will say the one I believe and how it affects and how it lines up to what the real issue now, which is his security. Okay? I don't know. Probably you entered in the middle. That's what I said in the, what's the code? In the beginning. So yeah, I say America wants them to identify as Black America. That's what I'm saying. Like even somebody like what's his name, Chris Brown. Chris Brown is half white, right? I feel like when you that's by the way. There's a level of this thing that conversation should be in. But then concerning their because the way I see the world, you see the way I would advise people that know this channel before you see it as Meghan and Harry, and forget that some of the things I say here. Oh my God, I think I've hit my mic down. Oh shoot, I'm not used to this. sorry. Before you think that probably I'm saying this as somebody that hasn't done, I do videos like this and I advise, like I don't say it as advice, I give gist to newlyweds in terms of Nigerian weddings as to how they should do things. That is why I will not even accept that anybody is shocked at my line of thoughts. Because if I would tell a bride that is marrying into a certain family that, like, there was a wedding I did, the bride's family was more influential. And I told her father, whether we like it or not, this is the family that she's going into. This is how we should pander to our in-laws so that our daughter has a better stance. There's a lot of politics that goes into that you think that it's not done. It is done. Beyond the pictures you see, there are many things that are done. We do not like it. Both families might not like it, but we put up a certain united front for the betterment of the people that are involved. Do you understand? Because if there's somebody that is white enough to be representing her, if you people think her blackness was that high, is the white father now, in case white people speak to themselves a certain way, let the white father be the one talking to Charlie. I know that I'm just pulling out your legs. Anyways, for the Megxits, I have one question. If Princess Diana was alive or Lady D, do you think that she would want her son to leave his father's house? Write it. Yes or no? I'm just saying. I bet you pennies on the dollar. Never. Never. Because how would I put it? The revenge is in the fact that he stays in his father's house. I'm just saying, she will never want her son to leave his father's house. I'm telling you, if D was alive, you people have to be joking. She's out But the revenge for Camilla is that her sons are in that house. But no, media has given you people another this thing. I'm just saying, no, they there. Make it they pain the person, make they pain her. Because she has gone. Even in marriages where, let's say, bring it down to modern day, a family where the wife is divorced from the father, and maybe he remarries. Do you think she will want her son to leave his father's house? Instead, she will say, stay there. It's your father's house. You have rights to properties. You have rights to certain things. Stay there. Unless you're commenting in a sense, like your own thing is an idealist, or what will I say, the ideal world. I'm talking of reality. I'm not talking of ideal. There's reality and there's what you think. Those are two different things. Then I left. Quite all right. But I'm saying that even there is no woman that leaves her husband's house and knows that this husband, the reason I'm leaving is because there's a side chick that is going to come. And one of my sons is next in line. He's the heir. Before you even make it seem like Diana is only Harry's mother, please, Williams also lost his mother. Diana will not want one child to be alone. He has nobody there. I'm sure that probably that's why he's more angry than his father. He has nobody. This is his only brother that they share a certain loss. The two of us lost our mother. We have circumstances behind her loss and everything. Me, I'm just saying, like, from a mother's point of view, I feel like she will not want one child to live and the other child is kind of just alone there. But you can, of course, everybody. That's why I say it's a live stream. If I wanted to just do a video, I would do the video and leave and allow comment section fight. I'm just saying. They say you fully understand the family and know their history. You understand? No, I don't. Your own fully. That's what I'm saying. Your full understanding of the family and the history. Even though I tell you that I know it, you will not agree until I think like you, which will not happen. I think you are being naive and don't really know the whole story. Thank you, Amaka. Like I said, like me, I said, Amaka, I will not think like you. I don't know why you will be shocked. I don't know why you'll be shocked. I don't know why you'll be shocked. Diana would have been alive if she left UK. I don't think I mentioned anything about life and death. I said, will she allow her child to live? Because we are talking about this from a different angle. And you cannot not be open-minded and have anything to do with the kind of discussions I have. It's tough, but it's angle. It is not media. It's not the one that all of us, this video I'm doing, you know that I'm a supporter of Charles or I'm a supporter of Harry. No, I'm not supporting anybody. The rest of in fact, the whole family can go to hell and burn. Nothing concerns me. It's not my business. But this is just like general news, question and answer, and the rest of that. So down to how they left, like I said, the question is this. Harry was very abusive to his only brother. Yeah. I can see that most of it is just the book you read. I've read the book. Absolutely not. I don't late. Oh my God. It's Meghan was on the verge of committing suicide. Amaka, please stop that. I beg you. I don't. Absolutely not. Will you stop? Do you know what suicide is? Will you stop? Like, because I don't feel bad that people that lived in castles were planning to commit suicide. They should go and sit down. Who commit suicide between? Did she see anything? Do you know what Diana faced in that house? Please, let's not, you can support them, but let's not be doing this, because me, I'm not doing support or no support. I'm doing reality discussion. So it's not because of this your angle now you will say that I was not informed. I know they like those nonsense talk. I know they know I don't play those games. So back to Harry's book and the Oprah interview, because we are getting to today's news. Do you think, question number 2, Diana would have liked Harry to write a book, tell-all book? Yes or no? Follow the live stream the way it is. Don't go and be bringing history I did not raise, because that's not an angle I'm going to. Do you think he would have, like, okay, I want to leave. I feel like they are troubling my wife. Okay, fine. If she now agreed that he should leave, will she want him to write a book? Or number two, book, Oprah interview, and the rest of it. Do you think so? Because now, Harry with the book, I think when they left, you see why we should just see open mind. I don't do, as Itonka does not, I open these comments not just for subscribers, I opened it generally. So I know that commenters, probably people that are watching, you've never heard me talk about issues. The sharp left I take about my issues, you will not even understand. It's only people that understand me that know. I don't do all this media bandwagon talk. People, they go left and they read between the lines. I don't do those things. When they were leaving, I think they were setting ground rules. Whether you like the queen or not like her, you are not in a relationship, you were not dating, so just leave it. When they were leaving, they were setting ground rules because this was shocking. Like, you are leaving. Okay, if you are leaving now, there are conditions, so make her go the conditions. Financial independence. They will no longer receive funding from sovereign grants because they are leaving their duties. They will lose their royal patronage. Harry will have to leave his military title. They will no longer represent the queen. They would agree not to use the Sussex royal brand for their charity something. But I think that with all these things that were the conditions, the queen still thought that, okay, in terms of like the normal security, they should still have security. Or I'm not too clear on his security because the queen had talked about security. Now, why will they even think that he shouldn't get security? Because his leaving kind of tore the country. People were offended that he left, but they were not as offended. It was until he wrote a book. Now, like I said, when I was starting, when you write a book and you talk bad about the family, many people are from families that if you even narrate what happens in your family, people will think it's a lie. You narrate, castigate your father, his new wife, whether a side chick or not be side chick, your brother, your sister-in-law, your everybody you cast because of book. Understand that when you lay those things, like me now, if I feel offended by something that the Oba of Benin did, if I write a book, the Oba of Benin will not even answer me. There are certain little witches that are less busy that will take my matter up. That's how a monarchy, that's how a kingdom works. Whether we put it as the British royal or we put it as little, like the royal families in different, you do not insult the people, because there are people that are under them that reverence them. Whether you like how they go about it or not, you do not castigate what people look up to. Even if you don't believe in a certain religion, whether Buddha or this, if you go and talk bad about it, the followers will be offended. It was that book, after that book, that I feel like his security and his public protection was compromised, because at that point, I personally believe that his life would be endangered. That is why I feel like when I saw that he was writing a book, I was like, even your mother will not like it. You're compromising your safety, because there are people that his father doesn't even need to send somebody. There are people that were more offended than the real father that they insulted. That is how monarchy works. When people look up to a throne, even people that really loved the queen, they blame Harry for the prince's death. That's the queen's, Prince Philip's death, and for making the queen, the last years of her life, miserable. They blame him. Does he hold the full responsibility? No. But it is at that point that his security was compromised. And that is why I feel bad for him that he lost the security, what they call the detailing, court case and the rest of it. I feel really bad, because truth be told, if he can afford it, he needs proper security. He needs proper security. Because that book, that Oprah interview messed up. I don't need to like the queen, but that was messy. You do not do that. Do you know the kind of book Diana would have written? Can your book sell? Do you know the kind of book? Even Prince Andrew, that's the second spare, the kind of things he's supposed to write. But you don't do that. This is a family that at least everybody's called to service, whether they like it or not. Whether Prince Williams is tired tomorrow or not, he has to show up for all this thing, because that is his life. From the day they gave birth to him, that is his life. I pity people like that. That is another reason why Princess Anne did not give any of her children royal title. This royal title, now that they are fighting, I want to be HRUH, but I will not serve the British public. A whole Princess Anne did not give her own children, because she knows that there's burden on that thing. Why will you want your children to have it if you don't want to serve? Like, why would you? Their exit is weird, because one, they said they want privacy, and the moment they left, privacy was the last thing that they did. They were so open that it was scary. If they were private, their security will not be compromised. The Queen's uncle that took his American wife and left the throne, they interviewed him, I think, in the 1970s about how he feels about, the whole leaving the throne. And he said he has no regrets. You know why? When he left a private life. If these two people decided to be private, I put it to you that there will be no issue. Like, just this desire to always be in the public eye and castigate your families is bringing more problems than even if they had stayed in the house. The fact that you people do not see reason is people should be telling people the truth. People should tell people the truth. People should tell people the truth. And children. Now, for his security, like I said, he's lost the case. And the main reason why this security matter came up is because of bloggers. Bloggers kept blowing up the amount of money that it will cost the taxpayers to secure Harry. Now, if the taxpayers have to pay for your security, they believe that, okay, I'm paying because you're a working royal. Okay. If he's not a working royal, I feel that taxpayers will still not feel bad if he did not write the book. If he wrote the book and Meghan did not do that, that courtesy she did that was kind of in a mocking way. People are so offended, but I didn't even see that as a big deal when she was demonstrating about how she needed to courtesy for the Queen. I was like, why is this one exaggerating this thing? But people are offended by the gesture because they feel like it was mocking. And I see from their point, because that is somebody they respect. That is what, if you live a life and understand and respect what people respect, you will not be angry too much. I personally believe so. If somebody decides to be worshiping a cup, and I'm like, okay, if you worship a cup, fine and good. Anytime I keep the cup, I'll keep it well, just so that whatever you're worshiping, you're happy with the way I'm treating the cup. Because that's you. But if I look down on why will you worship cup, and I do it like this, I'm not treating you well. I'm just giving this like far-fetched. Guys, let me know your thoughts. It is a painful, I'm telling you, there are certain sermons they preach in church that are not sermons that people sow seed in. And this is one of them. I just needed to say this on the side. The privacy, Harry, you and Meghan told us that is the reason you are leaving the British, waiting at the call, monarchy. That is the last from 2020, right? We have not rested. Amaka, you say me, I don't make sense at all. See, let this be the last time in your life. Because one wrong comment, I want you to just block yourself. I need to find followers. I'm not that kind of person, because block yourself so that I don't even go through the strength of blocking you. Because you have to be silly of a degree that is not even your brain, frontal and all your lobes cannot comprehend having a discussion that doesn't pander to your set mindset. You are not an intelligent person. The scope of your understanding is not enough to embrace discussions that do not, your own brain are one like this. It's not wide enough. So please help me and block yourself. Just so that what I'm saying now to help you. I use God's name to beg you. My mouth is not good. Ask people around. Okay? Please, please block yourself. Because I don't like unintelligent people. I open the comment section for like subscribers and the kind of people that follow me. Our IQ level is so high that even though they don't agree with me, we have intelligent discussions. That is the kind of, like, I don't learn from foolish people at all. I don't have business with foolish people. Just so that, let me be telling you now, I don't have business. I don't play those games. I don't play those games. Man, no come they foolish at my old age. I don't do foolish people. Block yourself, please. Just block yourself. Because next time I use my I'll block you. Fine and good. Now that we have said that one, let me read intelligent people's topic. So, making money from bad. You see, Debola, that's the part that I don't really understand. Like, making money from bad-mouthing your family. It's not, minus the fact that it's not good. It's only one book. After that book, what else would you use? Do you understand? You need content to continuously sustain that lifestyle. And now in this interview he did, he said his father won't speak to him. I want to put it to you that minus the bad character of Charles, which I highlighted, there is nobody, hand on my chest, if you offend me, write a book because you feel that I used to fly in the night. And tomorrow you think that your rest of mind, he's mentioning that he doesn't know how long his father has to live. That is a stupid thing to say about somebody that has cancer. When the entire family is hoping that he lives long enough to beat the cancer. This is what happens when you do not knock your children's head. I feel he was extremely spoilt. Extremely spoilt. The queen spoilt Harry. Extremely spoilt. He's acting like a silly child. He has always been a silly child. His madness now is just rubbing off on Meghan or whoever he had married. She's just a byproduct of whatever act up he's acting up because he's acting very silly. This is proper spoilt child behavior. You wrote a skating book about your father. Now you say he's not speaking to you. Are you going to collect information for part 2 of the book? Why will he speak to you? Even if he wants to speak to you, if he has royal advisors, they will tell him not to speak to you. You just spoiled your own case. People that continuously misbehave is because they do not have people that tell them the truth. Everybody's on social media telling you that go on, ride on. They do not know what is real on ground. You deprived your own children of the love of their grandparents. For what? Even your wife is not talking to her father. That's the children now. They don't have grandfather attention or love or whatever that's the case may be. I personally, I don't know how people function that do that. He's acting like he's a sports child. Is the queen herself that sports the queen and Harry, they were like this now. If you know how those royal back end, he was the only royal family member that can make the queen break character. Like he can literally sneak up on his grandmother at the back and just do boo. Like Harry was just a phone. He didn't have responsibility. Not behind, they become king. So he was careless, and they too were careless in raising him. Because some of the things he's doing, Meghan can just be innocent, but she's reaping from the fact that he feels so entitled to certain things. Come on now. Why are you people not understanding truths? Don't do that. I feel like if your father is dying, the last thing you want is to say, I don't know how long you have to stay alive. That is a wicked thing to say. If somebody has cancer, your hope is that they beat the cancer and they stay long and they, positive mindset. You go on BBC and go and say, I don't know how long my father has to live. Suddenly in UK, there's this air of the fact that maybe he has heard a story that the king will die soon. See person where they beg for forgiveness. That's why I say children that you spoil, you will use your hand and reap. I did a video once and I think it was concerning this two-face matter in Nigeria. And I said, badly behaved men as a product of an enabling mother. Diana didn't stay long enough, but he was properly enabled by his grandmother. They every royal family, everybody's petting Harry. They enabled him. When you become badly behaved, that's how he's just badly behaved. When you demand for privacy, but you don't practice it, it's hypocrisy. I liked the fact that they were strong enough to say, okay, we are leaving this British. I was like, okay, nice one. Let's see how it goes. And okay, that's fine. No problem. No wahala. And it's weird, but okay. And then when you leave and you do not practice privacy, you not allow us rest. Netflix special, book, tourism. Hey, this, come on. Do you know what privacy means? Privacy. Unless you didn't live because of privacy now. You don't live because of privacy. So who miscommented? She knows herself. I'm sure she has blocked. Let her block herself. Or let me not block you, Auntie Amaka. Block yourself, because me, I'm not well. I allow silly people rights, but don't be too silly. Don't misuse your opportunity. That's how I flow. Like the stream. Yeah. Fatu, you see why I said that the range of intelligence, I want the people that I talk to, it has to be very high, because this character is giving sports child. Give me my toe, give me my toe. No. I believe that Harry really liked his charities and he would have served continuously in UK. I strongly believe that he would have served. He knows that there are charities that his mother, like is in charge of. There are charities his mother like takes care of. And he would have been able to. But when they were leaving, they had to drop their title. You agree that you drop your title. Why will you not be a working royal and you want to go outside and use the title? It's an insult. Like, even I keep making reference to our little, I will not say little, forgive me, misrepresentation, our kingdoms in Nigeria. Whether the Oba of Benin, Oni of Ife, Sultan of Sokoto, there are policies in place. You cannot leave, and now there's a way it is. If these people are saying that if you are leaving us, don't use our title. This title is kept for people that have kept themselves for the service of the monarchy. Do you understand? This title is for them. When you leave, why do you want the title? You want privacy. Why will you want the title? Why will you want the title? You look at your Auntie Anne, her two children, Peter and what's his name? What's her name? Tindo. Is it Sarah? I've forgotten her name. Anne's two kids. Now, the two of them, they don't have HRH title. They're in the line of the throne, which, of course, Charles has like grandchildren, boys, so it's not like they're going to take over or anything. But she didn't give them title because she didn't want that. Zara, thank you. She didn't want that. Princess Anne, at her age, she's still 7. She knows the thing on her shoulder. You that left, you insist that your children must have it. Why will you want your children to have something that you ran away from? So that tomorrow we are not just insulting people, like insulting the British monarchy or whoever is British monarchy. These people that are living because they don't like whatever it is, and perfect, I understand that. But why will I want my child to be saddled with the responsibility of a people and a place that, one, they did not grow up in, two, they are not well aware I'm going to serve my children into the den of lions that I escaped from? That's hypocrisy. I'm sorry. That's hypocrisy. No. If it's that bad, you will not give your children hatred. Why are you giving them? Do you understand how heavy the title is to serve people that hate you? First of all, the British people are saying the monarchy is bad. The monarchy is costing them money. For me personally, I understand, because tax is very high in UK, and some of it goes to the monarchy. That's why when Charles came, he was selling the Queen's horses, reducing things and all of that. He's also trying his best to streamline monarchy. So why will you think it's hatred if they say, okay, these people that are not working, let us strip them of title, Kwanu? Why will you think it's hatred? I don't understand. In one hand, you people think it's too much. What's the thing? On one hand, you people think there is too much. What's this? Like too much money on taxpayers. Let's hold that. On the other hand, if they are selling houses, reducing the workforce, is that not a way to reduce the overall cost? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, this is an open discussion. If we want to reduce the cost of something, are we not supposed to be open to the possibility that they will take off those things, especially for the ones that left voluntarily, not that they were there? And imagine Meghan is still there and Prince, sorry, I keep saying Prince. King Charles says that I want to reduce monarchy. Meghan, give me back your title. That would be weird. But then they have left and they're saying they will strip, which is okay. Which is okay. It's just title. Princess Anne did not give her children. I don't know. Like, are you people not? How will you, the taxpayer, be more sensationalized by the media that the thing that you're complaining is costing you money in taxes is a punishment or another set of, like, that's why I cannot understand people. I'm not, you understand, my angle is not for or against. It's an open-ended discussion. Yeah, he says, Zara, say, Harry, definitely D. I believe that he holds resentment. It's like, you know, that child that from the way Harry can literally Google and see the way his father reacted to his birth. Harry can Google and see that his father was, one, not even happy that he was a boy. Two, not even happy that he has red hair. Do you know that Harry's own children all have, like, I think they mostly have red hair, this ginger hair. People like it. Me, I like people that have red hair because, I mean, it's part of, like, you can have blonde, you can have different colors. Red hair people are also nice. They are cheeky. But apparently, Charles doesn't like it. And Charles is Charles. When somebody has bad character, why are you people now being surprised? Like, I don't know. I feel like well, it's well. It's well. Let me read some comments. Say the queen pampered him, so that's he will not feel the death. Exactly, D. The queen pampered Harry. The things Harry went away with, they did not burn William's way to try it. When his mom died, he was younger than William's, but you people are forgetting that most times, and we complain about this as Africans, the burden on the first child, nobody's looking at if that first child is feeling it, because everybody's looking at the younger ones. We do it in Africa. We do it in Africa. There are many firstborn daughters and sons that are bending over backward. Nobody has asked them if they have eaten. Parents will die. The first child will not even have time to cry. They have to take care of their younger ones and stop their younger ones from crying. Because I put it to you that it's possible that Williams has not even grieved his mother enough. Because which time you get to grieve? Oh boy, stand up. You're next in line. Who is giving you time to grieve? Who is giving you time to... I'm trying to make these people look as human as possible so that whether you're for or against, you see them as humans. First. Let it not be a thing of the poor antagonizing the rich. No. As humans, two people, their mother died a kind of death that even the whole world was shocked. These two people, one is younger. So you as the older, you're hugging your younger one. Everybody's petting the younger one. But then because you are next in line, you still have to straighten your back, sit up, follow your father for meeting, be as robotic as possible, have etiquette and manners. Your mother died though, but now William still had to. Nobody's talking about him because God forbid we have pity for the next in line. That's how life is, sure. So I remember the days Harry was found in Las Vegas. Yes. Gladys. Because I'm thinking that I'm of a generation that is forgotten. Because right now we are dealing with social media people that get all the information from phone. Tabloids and olden days, like when we literally have to comb the TV to understand what's going on, read newspapers, read magazines for information, not the one that the media has watered down. The Harry where we know, there is nothing. If you like find Harry inside strip club, the queen will cover it. Her grandson, Aipu playing. She loved him. Like, that's just it. So maybe he knows the severity and that's why he presented it that way. D, you see, this is two things. One, he doesn't know the severity. Two, his presentation is going to make people think he knows the severity. But the third one is that he's actually saying that his father won't talk to him. So who doesn't talk to you? How will you know the person's severity? And the reason they cannot allow him access to the king, even though I feel like the king might want to speak with him, is his son. is because people do not want Harry to have part 2 contents of his book. Do you understand? It's not like people love this monarchy as much as we don't care about it. I feel like we should understand that if people like something and they want to preserve it, they want to preserve their love for it and the mystery behind it and whatever. Can't we just understand that is it? So you, father, that wants to talk to your son, an advisor can look at you and say, you are the king of a monarchy that British people, represent and everything. And this your son has written a book that is so bad that me as your advisor will not allow you to talk to your son. So now it is beyond father and son. It is now a thing of the positions that they hold that is tearing them apart. So it's not my father doesn't want to talk to me. The king will not speak to me. That's why Harry have advisors. Now, this is the truth. No, leave social media people. At the end of the day, if anything happens to that man, the only time you are going to London is to bury your grandfather, to bury your grandmother, to bury your father. You're just a burial attendee. Now, that's the life you want to live? Yeah, I'm just saying that the extent to which the kind of conversation and how I lay it down is different. Though. Please don't come here and just drop your point and go. If you insult me, I will finish. I'm still on a good note. I use God's name to beg you. I'm not mature. I eat cabin flakes and all those biscuits and tea. At my big age, that's what I eat. So there's no way you would think I'm a mature person. So think very well. So he also, he has, I feel like the way Harry hates Camilla. Williams doesn't love Camilla. But you see Harry, Harry hates that woman. And rightly so. Rightly so. Who will like their father's side chick that now is queen? Rightly so. Rightly so. That one is, nobody even, the queen herself not even like Camilla. Talk more of us. That's why I feel like Camilla is a non-issue. That one, you should just go and sit down. It's just a consequence. Like me, I don't understand love. I can never understand people in love. So somebody is like, this is the woman I chose. His mother insisted he marry somebody else. And I'm telling you, as a wedding planner, I have done weddings that is because of the parents that insist that, okay, this boy must marry this girl. Me, I told the boy and the first girlfriend came and met me. We are getting married. Later, the boy comes and says, okay, my parents did not agree with wedding planner. There's a girl I'm bringing. This is the one. Just so that me, I don't act like, where is your real wife? So they give me heads up. I plan the wedding. Many of you go on social media to tap. Oh, I'm next in line. Beautiful couple. Fantastic couple. That girl was not the boy's selection. It was the parents, their selection. Some of those marriages, I would say 90%, they're still active. Inside that 90%, I would say probably like half of the 90, they are still in communication with the other woman. Communication, because I don't owe anybody loyalty to tell you exactly the level of communication, but I still feel like there's still communication because that's where their heart is, quote unquote. Now, if peradventure, they now leave their wife that is innocent, that they just went to harvest and go back to that person, it's just like a Nollywood story. And that's what happened in this case. So the children do not need to like Camilla. They will never like you. Whether or not their father say he was in love with somebody, that's his smelling business. So I understand Harry's point, 100%. I cannot like Camilla to use and do what. He didn't realize the lifestyle he grew up in and is used to before leaving the monarchy. But unfortunately, reality called up. Now he's throwing tantrum. Fatu, that monarchy, when he has the freedom of what's this thing called? Freedom of acting up. Do you understand? So you can act up, Harry. You can go to Vegas, you can go to US, act up. But when you now take a step as to leaving the royal, he didn't understand that living. Now he's doing an interview and saying, I can never leave the royal family. And I'm like, bro, I don't get you. You have. He said, no, I'm born into the family. I must be. You can't eat your cake and have it. That's why you should always have advisors. That's why you should always, and parents do not, I'm a mother to a son, and I'm saying this from that, and don't spoil your sons. Don't spoil your sons. And that's why I honestly believe that if Diana was alive, he's not leaving his father's house. His brother is there. His brother is there. That one, I don't know if anybody has asked Williams what he likes to do in his life. Nobody's interested. You're going to be the next king. We're not interested in your hobbies. Go and learn how to be king. That's how life is. The only person he can be himself to will be the Harry. Yeah, your brother, they play. Say, my brother was violent to me. You that went to Iraq. You will go Iraq. Beg make I hear word. So he's free to live if he wants and be a celebrity. But he's building a brand on insulting. See, he should know. Like Chidebere, he's free to live. Your first sentence, if he wants. The celebrity part is the part where I feel like we should start reducing this our need to be celebrities. What are you representing as a celebrity? If you're living a royal family that has duties and money, now he's going to US to be a celebrity. Are you going to be an actor? No. Are you going to be a banker? Because those are the questions that made him write a book. Because you cannot just be Prince of US. Who sent you? Who told you that they used to have monarchy there? He can't just be a celebrity that survives on being a former prince. No. So now they will force you to do reality TV. Your agent will force you to do a podcast because they want you to always be in the news because that's what brings money. You understand? That's what brings money. Netflix deal, 100 million. You continuously need money. You continuously need money. But you're forgetting that the people you left behind, time is going. Now, like he said, his father might die soon. It's just on and on. Life is leaving you. So the way we are chasing money, how can a prince born into a royal family be chasing money like me? I'm not getting it though. I'm not getting it. I'm just saying, I'm not getting it. You say, okay, that's the only, because you can't build a brand on insulting your parents. I don't know. No, please, guys, I'm getting to your comments. He said he was 12 when his mother passed. He was 12. What was I thinking that he was like 10? It's not off, but 12. I'm not saying 12 is good. 12 is like JS3. Let me give you a story. I went to a boarding school, and the thing with going to a boarding school of the kind I went to, we have kids from very rich homes, and when you see kids from very rich homes, you are exposed to the dysfunctional things that happen in rich homes. Now, I'm saying this off brand. One of I think he was my junior in school. I think he was also in JS3. His mom died. It was really hard on him. His father remarried, and he started acting up. Like in school, he was just a mess. Understand that in boarding school, many of us, our parents divorced. People, found out their father impregnated somebody else, because we have discussions in the hostel. And different people, I understand that if I'm even going to write a book or a memoir of my time in boarding school, you'll see that everybody, even in a family of 5 children, the 5 of them take the death of their mother in different ways. One can just burst out crying in school. One cannot cry. Like, one will not cry the entire time. One might just fall sick. Children react differently. Now, back to this boy's story. He was the only son, of his mom. And we heard gossip, allegedly, that he acted up one time. His father is a very influential person. He carries guns. And I think, according to the story, he pulled a gun on his stepmother. His father shot him. His father shot him. The thing is, there's another theory that he's missing. But it is more believable, this part, because he's dead. Like, nobody can find him. This is more than 13 years now. And then we have people that year in, year out keep saying, oh my God, hope you come back home. But then there are some of us that know that he's not coming back home. You can't even go and meet a man and say, where is your son? Because if he shot his son, why will you ask for his son? Do you get that kind of thing? So that's a scary thing. Those are the kind of people that I had, like, I was living around like for 6 years. Some of them were like junior ones that have to look up to me for some form of advice or succor as the senior prefect. Some of those things were scary. Families, dysfunctional families, if they explain and give you. The boy is gone. some days like this, and when we meet in my people that know me or high school, we meet, and when we talk about it, like it just gives me chills. Nobody really understands. So I can never say, okay, Harry was supposed to be brave, Williams was supposed to be the no. I can't tell you how to behave because I know I've seen people in those situations. Imagine losing his mother and he went all to the extreme. But I just wanted to put this there. Firstborn suffer. Fatu, to be first child in this life, to be first. God, allow firstborns to have podcasts. Then you people will see something. Harry didn't know the after effect of his discussion, and I think he would have had a different, if he knew, like, it's like me leaving a job and saying I will carry laptop, carry Wi-Fi, carry everything. If I leave the job, I'm supposed to leave some certain things. These perks you're supposed to leave it. Do you understand? The only thing is that I strongly believe that nobody would have been attacking him, so to speak. His mother left a good amount of money for him in her will. I don't think his security would ever have been in question if he just left and didn't write a book or anything. Him and his wife, they can live a comfortable life on the money he has. His father can be sending him money. British people will not even know because he's living a private life. No be so. It is this outburst that is making the British public. Do you know that people literally sign petition to force the government to stop funding his security? The British people, not his father. Go and listen to that interview. People are writing petitions to stop because they feel he insulted their queen. That's his grandmother, yeah? But then if they feel slighted by the way you treated their queen, you'll be like his grandma. Them, they're like, it's my queen. That's it, too. Yeah, D. Firstborns, we see something, no? He may give thoughts that his grandmother will step in like she used to. No, that's the thing, Esther. If Elizabeth was still alive, you are playing. Harry go see they get money for corner. You know those money that grandmothers used to keep here and give their grandchildren? That is Elizabeth. Eliza, if British people like, they should knock their teeth. That's her grandson. What are people talking about? And I don't fault her because she loves that boy. Like, Harry would not cry 2 times and she would send all the security. But she was fragile and old. Like, at the end of her days, he didn't need to write a book. He didn't need to write a book. He didn't need to write a book. Yeah, someone said he can't be trusted. Even if he belonged to an ordinary family, he'll be... See, Meta, and God will bless you, because we are forgetting that even if it's your uncle, you don't have any royal anything. You have an uncle that wrote this kind of book. Will you people be talking to him? Children of anger. Some of you don't talk to certain family members. In your normal family, you are not even royal family or normal family. Some of you have shunned family members for doing way less than what Harry did. But God forbid, social media, everybody's from a perfect family. His advisors are advising him badly. Like, I don't think, no. Anyhow it is, don't allow anybody know what is happening in your family. I'm telling you that if I explain some things that are happening in families where you people are writing goals online, people that know me know the kind of events I do. If you know what is happening at the back of places where you're writing, cheers, oh Lord, I tap. You don't even understand. You don't understand the slightest. But people, you know, when before they come out, there are couples that have fought before they come out that morning. People are speaking in tongues because, oh boy, this thing don't pass clear eye. There are parents that on that day, they are like loggerheads. I've done a wedding where this father give car, this father give house, this father give this father. That is a family in hostility because everybody wants to show that they hold their side. Let's not explain family for you. Let's not explain family for you. You say, insane Harry didn't know the severity. He's shielding him from his consequences. It's true. We understand. Yeah, I get it. You get. We are those who don't see many. We are created with consciences, and I feel like a metal. The thing with this thing is that when I did a video, if me, I'm holding Two-Face to the responsibility of knowing what he's supposed to do as somebody that is almost 50 and telling him that, oh, everything he has done wrong in his life, he has to stand up for it, and his mother, you know, we should also be able to, as parents, know that if you continuously, you know, that feeling, like, I know that you love your children, but if you continuously pander to every tantrum, it will cost them, because this boy, no matter how annoyed we are, as Harry is there, he doesn't see anything wrong in what he's doing. Do you understand how a child can be so spoiled that the fact that you people are even telling him that he's spoiled, he doesn't know, because he doesn't know any other way. That's life. And do you understand? Understand from a sports child's point of view. If I'm spoiled and I come out and I do something and people are like, you're so spoiled, I'm like, is that not how everybody's family is? Are you not supposed to have a Rolls Royce by 8? Are you not supposed to have 10 chefs? Because I do not know another way. Bringing it back to my boarding school, there were children that they literally bring their own bottled water. We had this water filtration system for drinking water, everything. There were children that would take that our drinking water and bet it. And then they had their own special water that their parents bring in cartons. That child now, dropping that, the day one of those girls, I remember her name, but I don't want to mention her name. The day she drank normal water, the kind of typhoid she had, because she cannot phantom the fact that all of us, our parents, are not bringing jugs of purified spring water. You get that kind of, you are the one that trained your child like that. So I can't even fault him, because when you're sports from birth, they had to unspoil yourself. Yeah, Harry was 12, Williams was 15. 15 is SS2. It's bad though. You don't really know how much about. Yeah, they both lost a mother. We can't exonerate him. Yeah, he's not a baby. He's a grown man. Elders always say marry right. Jenny is here. So the truth is that child has not healed. Unfortunately, nobody helped him to heal or cared about. His wife just casted him more. She don't like his own healing. I feel like they didn't allow him heal. They just use pampering to do Harry's own. But the one that I feel has not healed, that is, he's so like this, is Williams. Because the child that doesn't cry is the one that you people should check mental health for. Not the one that is throwing tantrum. At least we know saying head no correct. But the one that is not throwing tantrum should not wake up one day and slice his wrist. That's the day we'll say, Jesus, hey, wait, Williams has mental health. The children you should be afraid of are the children that do not talk. Every responsibility you give them, they wear it. Every responsibility, they don't complain. You sit in a family, you go, you bury your young mother. The next day, they're telling you to go to etiquette school, finishing school. You show up, you have to learn how to be a king. God forbid they see you in one place that you're not supposed to be. You must be like this and like that. Your own training is now ×2 because of the sins of your father. The queen was even stricter with Williams because she did not want a Charles 2.0. Nobody's asking for William. I'm here for the firstborns that everybody thinks you were born with the all-knowing, all-gauging mental health, everything. In fact, as they give birth to you as a firstborn, all your emotions, everything is steady. You are not a child, you are an assistant parent as they give birth to you. That's how, even as an African, that's the responsibility of the firstborn. But then we should also understand that this is not, if we are going to be a society of wokeness where people should be real, why is this conversation not something we can have, that maybe these boys did not really fully mourn because they need to step out of the private, public eye and deal with this issue as brothers, They were so close. Even when Williams married Catherine and Harry are like this. That one that went to write a book about Catherine when the girl was battling cancer. How do you think we are allowing him to fight for Meghan because I like it. You stand up for your wife. But William should not stand up for his own wife because God forbid firstborns have emotion. God forbid. God forbid. He's standing up for his wife. How will you talk about his wife bad and you want to now have... Let me just advise you people that I'm not royal, but if you write a book about me, we don't have discussion. Never, please, let's not do that. So that you will not think that it's only royal family people that used to behave like that. Let me just be saying my own. The marry right part is what people are avoiding. He didn't marry right. Whether they love each other or not is true. If Harry, let me even just tell people, if Harry married a Nigerian girl, see, If Charles like, he should say a whole epistle. Her mother will say, Amaka, sit down in the house. Sit down. There's the two-edged sword with the way the African tradition works is the amount of things we're able to take and force ourselves to take when we're in certain positions. Is it bad? Yes. The mother will say, are they beating you? No. Are they doing this or no? Amaka, you're my child. Sit down. Like that. That would be so entertaining. I'm not saying that the way they go about it is right, because of course I talk about all those issues. But do you understand how much more entertaining it would have been for her to have still stayed? I fought her because somebody that can cut off their own father will have no qualms about suggesting that thing, because you know that your husband is hot about the death of his mother. I don't think that cutting off his father, whether bad or good, and his brother by extension, would have been something I would advise, because I know that an exit will do that. Even though I'm hot, somebody wrote that she's contemplating suicide. I don't believe in all those things. Even though I'm hot, there are women that have postpartum depression of the highest. It's possible. Postpartum depression, not in a royal family, heavy duty ones. It's very possible that all those things would have happened, but these people are living in a castle. These women that really have it, they do not even have access to therapists. They do not have access to therapists. We are living in a world where the media is making us feel sorry for people in castle, much more than reality of things. I'm not saying that we should forget that they are humans. I'm only saying that once in a while I make them humans, I also have to remind you that they were living in a castle with all the doctors, all the nurses, all the help. God, Miss Wesha. British citizens the British citizens want titles to be removed from them. On healing, he has money. He can take himself for therapy and not use his pain to hold his family hostage. Oh boy. I feel like even the therapy, I think the reason therapy is not working, because I know he has gone for therapy, is because they don't really know the truth yet. Do you understand? Like, therapy works when at least I have closure as to what really happened to Diana. Do you get that kind of thing? So back of your mind, you still have that, but understand that this is life. And the only way I can make sure I uphold my mother's legacy is to do everything that was precious to her. Somebody had written that what's his name? Charles doesn't like the African thing. Maybe how relationship be. If your ex-wife likes to go to Africa, you don't want to go there because it reminds you of the charitable things. And the way Diana likes to come to Africa, all of us are pro Diana, and we might not really like him. So guess who would have been the best person to continuously come here under the Queen's rule, like as a royal monarchy? Is Harry. It's Harry. The best way you would have uplifted your mother's legacy is by continuing to show up in countries and places that were important to her as a working royal, not be as a visiting exiled royal, because it will almost be like, why is it the one that left the royal family that is coming to us? People are not seeing it that way. The ones that are in the family, they come on and they see that one. People should, like, do you get? He would have uploaded, like, I feel like his therapy would have come more by doing the exact things his mother was doing gradually, time and time again. See, nobody knows the real story. Let's not lie. Let's leave media. Nobody knows the extent to which Harry can heal. Let's not be telling somebody that their mother died when to finish grieving. However, I still think that sometimes, even though you can't finish the grief, you just continuously do the things that were important to her. Do you understand? Now, so me, I just see him. Now, so me, I see him. But the British citizens wanting title removed, you understand that this is the thing with monarchy. These people are paying for this monarchy. Now, when you first wanted to leave, nobody talked about remove it. Everybody is they are still shouting one way or the other, mainly because of book, mainly because of what was said. The Oprah interview, was it necessary? Even if they say you they fly for night, Meghan, was it necessary? The gesticulation that you see a queen and you want to hug her because you think of your grandmother. Are you dense? How many of us go hug Oba of Benin? Are we mad? Are we crazy? So we see him as a grandfather, even if you're a mad person. There's something that works in that monarchy that you have to now follow. You don't make it seem like, oh my God, I wanted to treat the queen like my special grandmother. Let's not be enabling bad character. This is an institution, years or years and years and years, that people have seen in a certain light. People go to school to know how to approach the queen. You will now marry her grandchild and want to hug her because you're an American that doesn't understand culture and etiquette. Who tell you that? Let's not do that now. That's why that interview will rub off on the core of the people that like that thing. And that's why I say, please, follow this live stream with an open mind as to see this case beyond the media sensationalism. British citizens now, they are saying title should be removed. They have their own say. They are the ones paying for monarchy. Am I paying for monarchy? Although this here where would they Canada, now still queen, I've been a monarchy still there here. As a matter of fact, the king is coming. The king and Camilla, they are coming soon to, I think, for our parliament opening. So it's the same. I beg. You must say grandparents talk anyhow. I agree. See, grandparents. The most unhinged set of people in this earth are grandparents. They will openly talk about your size, your color, your child's big ear, your grandparents. Those people should be handcuffed because their mouth. And if you see the person as your grandfather, you'd be like, I feel like maybe as a Nigerian, there are certain things that we take as being normal, but it's God that saved you. If you grew up in Nigeria where people talk anyhow, what people will see as racism, you have already faced in your own family. Let me tell you a story of Putin, because they bring in other sides. Let me quickly read this thing. So Daniel died trying to change the institution. Is it Diana? Harry was not pampered. He was treated as a spare. He made something of himself by his numerous charity. Eternity, let me laugh. Harry was not pampered. Waiting on they talk for this app. Waiting on they talk for this app. You are just regurgitating what media tells you. There's at what point in this 1 hour 32 minutes did I sound like the British media? At what point in 1 hour 32 minutes did I sound like American media? Eternity. Maybe for the mind yourself, drop your points, not just reference me, I beg. If you say he was not pampered, good and fine. Person where they castle, now he say he was not pampered, he made something of himself. Was it the time he was smoking cocaine? Eternity. Was it the time Harry was smoking coke that he made something out of himself? Did Queen Elizabeth not cover it? Was it the time he was doing Nazi sign? The sign that people want to kill Elon Musk for. Do you know Harry did it? I beg, look at you another talk. We can put it aside because somebody rightly said that we should stop, saying that he didn't know, because that's the enabling factor of a boy mom from me saying, forgive him, maybe no, na small pikin they do him. But he's a man. We cannot continuously say he didn't know his mother died. Forgive him. He did cocaine because his mother died. He wore Nazi shirts because his mother died. We can't keep doing that because we're enabling the person. Exactly. Cultural differences are also at play. Can never be. Your family, your village, Jesus D, your pastor, everybody could just set you like, sister, what are you saying? He said, Prince Charles said that, what did they say? King now. British people, no verse for me. King Charles said that, they wonder how the skin color of the child will be. You are half white. The person you're marrying is full white, but he's ginger. The same ginger that this Prince Charles did not like. So as a grandfather that they talk anyhow from his young age, he mentioned it. Now tell a Nigerian mother this thing. She'll be, one no now, You wear your mama na oyibo, this one na half oyibo. Mo could know how the picking go day. Hope say the color go day. That is how we understand. Do you know how many people made comment? Let me even tell you one story. And I know that this is off, but let me quickly remind me that I supposed to tell people something, but let me quickly just read comments, because by the time I will come down, it will this thing in my head. You see, Diana died trying to change the institution. Why would you want to change the institution? You don't know before you enter. I don't think that was why she died. She died because, I mean, they don't divorce now. She's moving on. More theories towards the fact that they suspected that she might be pregnant for the Harrods guy. And you know he's Muslim. And plus, she will now have half siblings that have royal bloodline, you know, those kind of things. So yeah, I don't think she was trying to change any institution. You know, of Harris charity. Yeah, it's not per se, yes, in honor, good. In honor of his mother, fine. But then there are charities that were started by his mother that he still continues. So what I'm saying now is that even though he's continuing it, in his capacity now, he's not continuing it in the capacity of a working royal that holds more power. Do you understand eternity? So that I will not block you. Because Asia, I still advise you to do research. It's a stupid thing to say. When I have said from the beginning that I am not doing a deep dive of which is available on the British internet and this, I am talking from a different angle. Because I don't like people that don't understand things. Me personally, I will beg you. You marry into a family and then give yourself a responsibility of changing the laws. Yeah, that's the, like Meta is pointing out. I don't think you can enter, like you just marry into it. Me personally, Meta, I don't believe what the LD person said, that Diana died trying to change it. That's wrong. That's no. She talked about it and talked about everything that happened and everything. But she died after she had become Lady D. Like she was already free. She was already dating the Harrods guy's son. And the speculation was around the fact that people did not feel, allegedly, that they thought that she would, you know, she was pregnant and had this, like, pregnant for the guy, and they would share the same royal blood with the next in line. That was that angle. But saying that it is okay to speculate that Diana will enter a royal family to change the institution, come on now. You, like the Meghan herself, you saw the way they treated your fiance's mother. You say yes, you will marry him. You entered inside 1 year, you run, come outside. It's not like you did not know that they are mad. We are not surprised. Because I have people like that. I will tell you that the reason why I understand people a bit is because I draw reference from real life scenarios. You enter a marriage, you see all the red flag, you say, I will enter inside. You see that the family head no correct, you say, I will enter inside. Why are you running? Did we not tell you? You say, if you understand the level of campaign on this couple, you understand why they had to do the interview. They didn't have to do the interview. I understood the level of campaign. They didn't have to do the interview. Do you know what it means to call for privacy, eternity? Do you know what it means to call for privacy? That people will speculate, but they will never really know because they have never heard from you. They will speculate, they will regurgitate news, they will speculate, but because you have never said a word, that is why the queen and this thing, what did she say? What's her motto? Auntie, uncle, knowing all. Eternity, what's the motto of the queen in terms of how royals function, in terms of talking about things on the news? Write it. You know the queen's motto. They do research now. What's the queen's motto? What is the queen's motto concerning this type of things when they do sensationalism? When the media they drag? What's the queen's motto? Write it. Maybe me will never do research, not tell you. You know it. I'm sure you know it. Write it. You have to understand American history about the one drop blood. Her mother is American. Once you have one drop of black blood, you're considered black. And who can tell them say that one now? What is supposed to be? I understand though, but I'm just saying, who told them that it's supposed to be like that? That's why these people are under. Why you they give eternity the topic? Eternity that is the king of research. Why did you not write it? You don't answer for the person. As you do research, what is the queen's motto? You never complain. You never explain. Never explain. Because many things, there were many times when they dragged the queen for this Harry. Did she do interview? She talk. So after you speculate, because that's what media does, they will talk. Another thing will happen, they will forget. They will use 3 months and drag them. They will forget. They will move on. They didn't need that interview. They will move on. This interview and all this podcast, now that Meghan, she won't be celebrity. Now you drag that one. Don't lie. Don't allow me start her own because she's a non-issue. It's just the security of the guy and his family that I was trying to talk about. Okay, so Rona, yeah. I'm not saying that that's not the Black history. I'm just saying that why is it considered so? Because I understand where they are coming from. However, for racism to really end, we should understand that antagonizing a part is not really the best. The more we let people that are with the black blood to embrace their white side, the more you encroach on that side. That's what then they do. Do you understand? Oh, sorry. Let me give an example now. If you say, okay, everybody that has a drop is on this other side, how will you know waiting the happen there? How will you know waiting the happen there? Anti-black blood Meghan that went to do what did they call? What's this thing? Netflix special. They get honey, this thing for backyard, cut flower, do this. What part of the Black History Month is that activity? Is that not the whitest thing in this earth? The most white behavior. But we enjoy it. Like, I mean, it's just giving Martha Stewart. It's okay. It's not anything there, but it's weird, but fine and good. Do you get that kind of thing? So, low-key, let's not... I feel like you're embracing the black side when you feel that it's what is in vogue. It's not good because you're using the identity of a people to pander a certain program or policy. Now you are in it. You are now doing calligraphy. You are now like, it's not like, oh my God, okay, you have gotten, right now is, oh my God, the things I will get for my friends did this. I'm not saying it's what will I say? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm only saying that if not for the need that black people have to over parakpo, you want to carry everybody inside your blackness, whether they like you or they don't like you, as long as they say, hey, my mother is half black, or me, I have 1 drop of black, you now carry and carry and carry. That's how you pack people in without knowing left and right. I'm just saying, but African Americans, of course, our own things are different from their own. As if Meghan didn't know she was marrying it. My sister, okay, where do you get it? Like, people are just so funny. You say, as a Delta girl, I must kneel. You go dig well for your grandmother. They did not give birth to you well. That you will not kneel. Yoruba, you, an Igbo man, you're marrying a Yoruba girl. You don't know that you will lie down to greet her father. If her father is the king, you want to go and see Oba of Benin, you shake him. Oba of Lagos or Oni of Ife. You want to shake him like your guy. Are you crazy? You will lie down. I did not say you will lie down. Even Davido to greet his uncle. Those things are culture. Culture. You say, oh my God, I had to just do like they. You now trivialize people's culture. No. When me, I don't think any Yoruba person will like the fact that a white person comes and says, oh my God, when they're all going to greet the king, they don't have to do one fanfare of just lying. It was so funny. What is funny about their culture? Do you get that kind of thing? So please, I beg. Why are you talking about this? You know, go tell me what I'll talk about. The same way they make excuses for Kanye West about his mother's day. D. Oh my, don't even start this live because, don't. I thought it was only me. And, you know, because me, I'm the kind of person that I would say I'm an empathetic person. So anytime they say Kanye West, it's because his mother, you know, his mother died. You know, he will treat Kim bad. You know, his mother died. He will insult people. You know, his mother died. Now only you. Now mama died. I can't tell you when to stop grieving, but at what point are we supposed to say your tantrum is getting out of hand? You are pushing 50, you are pushing 40, you are pushing boys. Wake up. It's like a man does something and then they blame the wife. Do you get that kind of thing? Diana still had privilege from the royal family, and having a child with a Muslim guy, and the child will also have privileges in the royal family. I think, yes, that's the angle, yeah, that most of them, this is the one. That was why people suspect that if it was an inside job, it was basically because of this. Basically because of this. Do you understand? Basically because of this fact. Not that Diana wanted to change the royal family, and she was Lady D now. She still had most of the things, because understand that the queen liked her. I know that you don't like the queen. I know that everything, but let us not lie. Now she's choose the girl. She liked that girl. If there's anybody we are suspecting, is Charlie. Chi Oloms, you are a very stupid person. Good morning. I'm going to block you because I don't have strength. You see how I did that? Very demure. Asi does not take nonsense. Please, oh, I beg you. No open comments. Please, this is an intelligent discussion. When I want to do things for silliness, I will tell you. Now it's intelligent. Let's just, there's a kind of conversation that allows you go back and think, that helps you to know that, see, even if you have a friend that is continuously saying all this, as much as for me, I wrote, like, people wrote on one comment section and said, why are people not talking about Prince Andrew? Prince Andrew, do Jesus, waiting Prince Andrew and Fergie, now his wife no do. Who has forgotten Prince Andrew and his wife? Those two crazy people. But the reason, and then he was even fingered in the Epstein matter. The guy was Harry in an old version of Harry. Do you get that kind of thing? But he never wrote a book. He was also a spare. Harry, no be only you be spare. Your nephew, Louis, is going to still be a spare. That is how monarchy works. They have to have a spare, just in case. That is how monarchy works. Why are people now surprised down the line? If you marry into a family like this, I think the first thing, even marriage counselors will tell you, know the family you're marrying into. You study. You are not surprised that you have to courtesy for the queen. Me, I'm not buying it too. But anything you want to say, shall say. I see, like our Niger people where they claim Meghan sharp because that her Niger heritage is a bloody lie. 40% Nigerian. See, look my face. So I get some gray hair. People should stop that thing. 40% Nigerian. Meghan, 40% Nigerian. But she's half white, half Jamaican. A full Jamaican is not even like, if you're saying, okay, father, mother, Jamaican, you can be maybe 80% Jamaican and some other small things. So her mother is full Jamaican, but somehow inside that full Jamaican, they were able to produce full Jamaican, married, full white, give birth to a child that is 40% Nigerian. We need to ask your mother questions. And then you're now half white. So, sis, you're lying. Right from that her first statement of not knowing Harry was a prince, I know say she's a bit lie. And it's not a bad thing because people lie, but then that's why I don't take her statement too serious. And this is just me. Embracing your black side when you want to form victim will never... You see why I like intelligent people? You see why I like intelligent people? You do not embrace your black side when you want to form victim, because you feel that there's an army of black people that will jump whenever they see anybody that remotely identifies with them. You people are seeing a pure white person that half white. You say, hey, the mother is Jamaican. Tomorrow you see a Jamaican man, you want to tell him, please go by, you are acting somehow. But God forbid somebody that is half white. You see the way they even treat people that are half white, half black. They even treat them higher than when they see the full black. Same people, there are Nigerians that grew up in the US. They call them African booty scratcher, African this, go back to your hut. Black Americans so will be telling them. But God forbid somebody comes that is half white, half black. You say, oh my God, you're black. They embrace you. You go, the need to always parapo with somebody that has a small white that accepts you. It's like Nigerians getting very happy when any basketball player or a celebrity plays a Nigerian song. We go like, wow, they like our culture and this. Embrace the white side to get privilege. She's white, though. If police stop her, they will never search her the way they search a black woman. You see, as you white, you will never understand what it takes to be a black woman. Never. Because you don't even look like... If she really wants to embrace her black side, Meghan has coily hair. Nobody hair where she's straight. She has coily hair. She should grow out the coily hair. Make she grow out the coil. No stretch am, no stretch am. Grow out the coily hair. Most see say you want black now. And it's not fair. I'm saying that as a black person that grew up in Nigeria. If you want to truly remove yourself from this race war that you people are doing back to back, no, they mention race. It's not every little thing that is about race. Some people have bad character. You can be suffering a consequence because you have bad character. It's not racism. You have bad I was born and brought up in Nigeria. I see people that have bad character. And the beauty of that's my life growing up in Nigeria is that I am free to hate you for having bad character without answering to whether you are half black, half white, racism, gender, this one. So it was such a gift, though. I thank the heavens for growing up in a place where we can not like somebody for their bad character and we will say it openly. Before the person will run to media and say, maybe it's because I'm black. It's not because you're black. You can be silly. You can be silly and be black. Don't do the character the same way a white person can be foolish. You can be silly. If people are not going to tell you, why will you be doing race? Because you go drag all of us to go enter problem. If we cannot tell you. I'm just saying, Sha. Anyway, anybody, if you're not like say anything, it's because of racism. You should go and get out. Is it today that everybody knew that that family had racism tendency? You run, enter inside. You do not gauge yourself to say, if they like, they should do anything. I go nowhere. Before you marry family, you did not know. She just thought that she could still be a royal and still be a celebrity and still be using the HRH title. But she come inside, queen say, here, they don't used to earn money with name. You only serve. You don't complain. You don't explain. Service, service, service. British governments have been a media. They hate you. You show up the next day. You smile. You wear hand glove. You wear pantyhose. Serve. It is a lot on a new mother. 100% I understand. But still, there's no surprise there. Imagine you were Diana and you gave birth to a child and your husband is making... Is that not a racist comment? When he commented on Harry's hair, is it not supposed to be racist? People that have red hair, are they not human beings? Are they not human beings? And that is his child, though. Talk more of person will be in why will you not have tough skin? Do you know how many black people, like you, Nigerian to Nigerian, a black girl marries a light-skinned guy, and then you give birth to your child, and your child is black. And the light-skinned guy, his mother comes and say, why you're picking black like this? You don't have Nigerian friends. You have not asked them. Ask so. I will tell you the story. I said I will tell you. He said, I think Meghan's expectations weren't realistic because not only is she biracial, she's also divorced. The royal family has a history of not looking kind. That uncle that had to leave his throne, this guy was supposed to be king, is because he married an American divorcee that was a celebrity as well. So if me and Meghan, that's the first history I will go and learn, so that I know that this place when they enter na crazy people. 1, you're a divorcee. 2, you're American. 3, you are older than him. 4, you are half black. My sister, I don't get why you are shocked. I don't get why you're shocked. You're shocked. Did you hear the 4 things I said? Why are you shocked? You could have just dated him for the buzz and kept it moving. You will still buzz, like you will go from D list to A list. You go still get the buzz, keep it moving. You should go and marry his kind. But you say yes, you entered it. Everybody was happy for you, minus Asi, because Asi felt like you lied that you didn't know he was a prince. And me, and the characters for mine. So minus me. But then everybody knows. It's like now, God forbid, those of you that are Nigerians, then there was one big famous rich billionaire wedding that happened, and now people are dragging the girl because they are saying that the guy is very violent and she knows and she's marrying him. And the guy, her father is a billionaire, the guy's father is a billionaire. They are saying that the guy's billionaire father has a history of being violent towards the mother, and then she knows, and why is she marrying him and all of that. This is why I drag it in. This is why I drag it into reality, because sometimes when you listen to media things, you do not relate it to present day reality. That's why you are giving idealist explanation to things that you can relate with reality. This girl born into a rich home is marrying somebody that people are saying is violent, and she's entering inside though, and she knows. So tell me why somebody that is an actress, see, thank you, Esther. 5, she's an actress, divorced actress, American, biracial, you senior the pikin where they go marry, and you're shocked that they ask. They have not entered your age, they have not entered your color. Even your job, self, you get as it be. You are not even blue blood. And then you have married before. You are not a virgin. So Eliza is already looking at you like, God, I beg you. The only reason she's allowing you to marry is because you are marrying despair. That is her. Let us not lie. The person that had more responsibility is the first, is that William. And that is why I'm asking the question, who is asking how Williams is doing? Firstborns, who is taking care of the firstborns? Nobody, because we were born with knowledge and understanding, ability to gauge our emotion, show up and not complain. Firstborns are the real definition of never complain, never explain. Your siblings want 5 naira, give them. Your mother wants this, give. Something happens in the family, take over, take charge, be the mother, be the father, be the grandmother, be the... No. She said she never knew anything about racism growing up. Her mother shielded her. Please, Meghan should stop lying, stupid lie. She should stop lying. She should stop wiping her father's history from her life. I'm saying this as a woman because most times, as much as we are pushing that, oh, this is a patriarchal society, we are getting to the point where we are making people hate guys and hate men and push the influence of their fathers away to the point where it's almost like it is more trendy for you to talk about the fact that you grew up like you grew up with a single mother. She didn't grow up with a single mother. Her father was very much in her life. She went to a private school that most Black people cannot afford. She had like her favorite restaurant, all those big Hollywood strip restaurants. Her father was a movie director, so the money no be here. She was never poor. She should not float that thing. It's not fair. It's not fair. And I'm saying it as somebody that knows fathers can be bad. You can be a bad father, a bad husband, a bad son. But understand that they too are doing life for the first time. Some of them are good sons, but they are bad husbands and average fathers. Like now, my duty, you have to know the duties you have as a person, as a lady. As a lady, you can have a duty first to your parents as a, maybe let's say you were first their daughter. When you marry, you have a duty to your husband as a wife. You have children, you have a duty to your child as a mother. The external duties is you as a sister, you as a friend, you as a this. But the 3 main balls are these balls: daughter, wife, mother. Now, most people, because as women, we have to prioritize mother. But sometimes it affects you as a wife. It can affect you as a daughter. But everybody's doing life for the first time. If your parents have issue, does it make, like now, your parents have issue, so your father was a bad husband, but does it not mean he was a bad father? This is where, even when I do videos about Yul and the Yul and May Edochie, these are famous Nigerian people that got divorced. I'm like, Yul, do not use the issue you have with your wife to stop being a good father. You might have been a bad husband, an average brother, because your brothers, today you insult them, tomorrow you don't insult them, an average son. But remember that you can't be a great father. No child should be inheriting chaos from their parents. I'm not doing that. And this is coming from somebody, my parents are divorced. I'm not doing that. In fact, they are better for me separated than they were when they were together. They were just like cat and rats. I know they like too much shout. I mean, I don't like when people are shouting. So when I grew and I was of age, I told them, oh yeah, men and brethren, you live here, you live here. Peace in the family. For me, it was better because I was the one that had to take the decision at my big age. For me, it was better. So now somebody shouting that, oh, because of my parents, I did this. The year, the period I told my parents to separate, let me hear word. I wrote 9 courses. I had 7 A's. That's how I dealt with it. Until tomorrow, I'm being very honest here. I have not asked my younger ones how they dealt with it because me, I've not fully dealt. I put myself inside book. 9 courses, I got 7 A's. That nobody in the school knew that this was what I was going through. But university now, you have to show up and show out, those kind. But that's life for you. As long as you are first for the parents, you have to take decision and just keep it moving. Keep it moving. You don't deal with it. But the way I go, I relate with my mother very well. I relate with my, even if the both of you were not right for each other, as individual parents, you still have to be, I don't like that thing, because many times, even as women, you make it in such a way that you antagonize the other person. Now, the children hate their father that was there for them. He didn't abandon her. He didn't abandon her. They were talking. The moment you start to date Prince, hey, you begin. Were they not talking till that time? Many of you that are pandering to this logic, you will have sons. You will have sons. You will not want your son to be in that situation, because boys will be boys. What if your son makes a mistake? He doesn't work out in his marriage with his wife, and now the wife takes the children, brainwashes them that their father was evil and everything, and they cut off the son. This is the other part of this our move for break down patriarchal wall that we are not even seeing, that we will get to the point where it's almost shameful for a girl to admit that her father was present in her life. It's something that you're hiding because it's not popular. Father was very present. My father was over present that he was so strict. People are not saying it now. Everybody is a strong woman that raised me. My mother is very strong. My father was also present. I will not say because it's popular for us to raise, oh, my mother was an angel. My father, hey, I don't know for me personally, I don't know for everybody, because I'm not going to do popular. I'm not bandwagon. My father was very present. This is somebody that even to today, I know that whatever decision I take, if I tell my father, say, this is where I'm going to say less, he has my back. That is that. I want my son to have that kind of relationship with, if he's having a child. If he's having a child tomorrow, he has children tomorrow, the children know that you will always be there for them. We could not go do petraka, metraka, oh, men are bad, to the point where women are ashamed to say their father was present, because if you say I was raised by a single mother, your story go sell. My father was present. I don't used to follow people and play that play. Even here, if I went to Walmart which day, provision was expensive, it's my father I call. I said, it's like you will move to Canada because you go buy provision. It's my father that buys grocery for me, big me. When I was in Nigeria, I had a child already. I had another person's house. My father will buy provision, bring money from his tenants, and come and drop it in my house till I left Nigeria. So I cannot pander to people when you have a present father and you do. I mean, I'm closer to 40, and I'm telling you that this biggest size of milk, if you ever see it in my house, my father came. Asi will not buy that biggest size of milk. It's my father that used to buy it. I am close to 4. I will not buy it. I go to buy the small one because that's the one I can buy. Even if I buy it 5,000, it's the one I will buy. But you see those big ones. People that know me on my Instagram, they know now. If my father visits, from plantain to coke, people that complain on Instagram, like my followers, I like coke. My father used to be the one to buy the cocoa. When you marry a girl and you're like, some of these things, you will change it. You will not be wasting money and buying coke. And then you see her father show up with 2 cartons of coke, just so that go press and picking neck tomorrow, say they drink coke. No vest, now me spoil her. I can be buying it. Bring coke, chocolates, Cadbury fruit and what did they call that thing? What's that thing? Cadbury fruit and nuts, whole milk, shortbread. If my father do not buy shortbread, maybe 6. Plenty sardine, plenty milk, plenty. It's what he used to buy. I have the palate of a JS3 student. This my big age. So he go to buy him. That is how we should be telling our boys to treat their daughters. Not for us to get to the point where we make it seem like only mothers. And this is coming from a girl, this is coming from a mother. This is coming from a black person. I have never come here to say I'm a black girl, that is a woman, that is I don't pander to those things that I cannot control. I was born, I came out black. So, but it's not something that I say. If you treat me bad in the office as a white person, the first thing that comes to my mind is not racism. Is that you're a silly person. And because my mouth is not good, I will give you upfront. Something happened in the office. And I was talking to somebody when I just went to the office. They had an event, and the guest ambassadors, they felt like they people got drunk and they were harassing them. So I had some other of my colleagues there, and I came in, I was like, oh my God, for what? Why would they do that? And then she was like, something tells me that they can never try you. This is without saying a word, the way I carry myself, you can never, like, you cannot try. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm from River State in Nigeria. I grew up around strong women and strong men. Men, they carry machetes. Women, they carry machetes. Men drink dry gin. Women drink dry gin. Men padu canoe. Women padu canoe. I come from equal stubborn people. So it is never a gender thing to be strong. So this celebration of a strong Black woman was never anything for me because all of us were strong. Have you met the average Ijaw woman? Have you met the average River? Those people can break bottle. Then they fight, then they bust bottle. Woman, no, we don't used to have gender in our violence. So that is the area I grew up in. And nobody gives you extra accolade for being strong because you will not be strong. Like, what were you supposed to be? Everybody's strong. Men are strong. Women are strong. That's how we grew up. So I strongly always, I'm grateful for that place because nobody is going to make me a strong Black woman. I go come happy for that place. I don't do that. Don't label me. Don't put any label. I've never opened a business and said Black owned. Are you being silly? At this my plenty brain, I go open business concern a Black owned. Even when you slap Black owned, female Black owned business, they make me they think say you they. Or let me go back to English. You make me believe that you want to dupe me. You are pandering to my emotion. Let me tell you first, though, in case you are planning to do it, just do a good product. Just do a good product. That thing doesn't sell for me. Just do a good product. Female Black-owned business, no sell. It doesn't sell. In fact, I will even skip it because you are doing emotional marketing. Need it work for me. Just do a good product. You must not box yourself inside a line. Now Black people, they reign now. Let me push myself there. Please, I'm saying it because where the world is turning to, we should not, the moment you push people to the point where it must be Black, when they do 360, if you are not prepared for that flip, you would think everybody hates you. Let me, D say my father was overpressed. I'm telling you, I feel like Father's Day, this period, I don't know when the new Father's Day is going to be, but I feel like I should do like a proper thank you because I don't want us to ever keep our praises for our fathers that were present for tributes. God forbid, burial tributes is where you want to go and talk about the fact that your father was present. Because imagine young boys watching internet. They are always antagonizing men. They are antagonizing fathers. They are antagonizing. Nobody's seeing any uplifting talk. Nobody's coming out to say, my father was present. Oh, my father was. Bimbo, the actress, she always celebrates her father. In her case, her mother was not present. But I'm talking of a position where both parents were present, but the father was active. He didn't do it as delegation thing, fatherly role. Actively. The way I know maths today is my father that would carry board and teach me maths. Carry board and literally teach me maths. So you're your dad, like, see, Chini. The resilience, Kai. It's because you won't drop those days. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know, like, those I'm talking about now, because that's the thing, Atem. I feel like as they should move away from the more we go into adaptation of society, we should be moving away from some of those things. I'm just saying, like, well, great to hear some of us, our fathers are only remembering us in our big age. Are you serious, Sombo? Oh my God, fathers they try. No, fathers they try. Come on. They say our firstborn. I also threw a tantrum. My sister left home, being an African Black daughter, polygamous chief, single mother. No, they say I beg, I'm living in trauma. No, be small trauma. Because even when you were back home, there's already trauma. Please do a proper thank you. Yes, that's the thing. I feel, I don't know, Sha. I'm just saying, because if she had that appreciation of her father, that's Meghan, she would not even have conceived that Harry should leave his father. I'm telling you that my parents are separated. So in terms of the husband side, I'm sure he's scoring very low. But he was still a good father. So we lie because he scored bad, like Charles. Charles was not great in the father's side, though. He was worse in the husband's side, though, in terms of the one that is Harry's mom. However, because of the little part in the father's side and the fact that you have a brother that cannot escape with you, shebi you go there the place, at least so that if your brother cannot open up to you, he shall knows that he has somebody that is beside him, that the two of them battled almost similar, fights. Because your brother only has his wife now, and that wife now had cancer. His father had cancer. His children are there. He has to be a good husband, a good father, a good son, a good new king. Only Williams. Nobody has written article. How is Williams doing? Did he eat breakfast this morning? May God help firstborns. Nobody's saying that. We always sensationalize the person where they cry first. That's why in this country, white women, their goal is to be crying. You will do anyhow, you will cry. And now people have to learn. People are telling me, they'll be like, if you are working in office, learn to cry you. So you have to almost pretend and change your distance so that you will survive. The lifestyle of who cries first is the one, evoke emotions, cry. But nobody's looking at the one that has to not cry and be strong. Yeah, Obiajulu, welcome. My father used to teach me maths. So I'm just saying, like, Meghan should have, like, if not for anything, your father sold one picture. You are doing Netflix show for money. You are doing interview back to back, selling mesh for money. But God forbid your father sold one picture. It's not like you were ugly looking in the picture. You have gone up. God don't bless you. You don't go up for life. God forbid your papa hold 5 naira for corner. Those things are non-issues. Meghan, you just tell him, say, daddy, no do now. You know, say na private. Like, I was thinking that she was angry with her father based on this her new life, and she'll be doing it only private. God forbid. The next thing, the girl don't come out. They say picture. They say, oh, because you wanted to be the only one selling those things. What is there? What is there to tell your father, daddy, don't now, I can still... Fathers will be fathers. That's small honor. That's small honor. Even if your father was not there to walk you down the aisle, you have brothers. You get people for your family. And I'm saying this to what's their name? Nigerians, all of them are where they love. You people love to the point where you shun your family. You're marrying into a billionaire family. All your family, they're smelling. You shun everybody. Only you want to go and enter the family together. Like, you're the only one. Let your father-in-law walk you down the aisle. The day they will be beating you, nobody will be there for you. Nobody. You can't cry out now. Who was there? Who gave you out? The day they'll be pinching you, God forbid you marry a mommy's boy that doesn't have say. They clip all his wings. That's what I'm just saying, like, her main thing she should be thinking of, her own dad. Don't think about British media, waiting concern me and those smelling people. But you loved fame and name to the point where you were willing to push your father. Like, Meghan, your father was... You're talking about Charlie. King Charlie still is sick, yeah? But your father is also sick. Imagine something happens to the father. They were acting weird. Ginny, everybody's family has crazy people. I do weddings for a living. People are mad. People literally go to rehab. People literally... I've done weddings where we have to shift the date because one person need to go rehab. Made them go screw nuts for a head. But I'm talking of extended family. But then a family is like, no, if your brother head no correct and he has to be in rehab till June, please, we have to shift your wedding because your brother will be there. That brother is a mad person, no? But the family has proposed that, see, and you, the girl, you tell your husband, please, let's move it. Because my brother will be there. The brother is not perfect. The brother is everything. But I have seen people sacrifice little things. Families have dysfunction. It's not on the bride to say, let me move my wedding because my brother will not be there. But the brother has agreed to go to rehab. He's going to be there for a number of months. Your wedding now falls in the period where he will not be there. And your father says, your brother will not be there. It is to everybody's benefit that such a mad person is not there. However, the bride is like, please, I want my brother to be there. Guess what the husband puts in his brain? That even though her brother is mad, this my wife love her brother. You will not joke with that wife. You people think it's just by talking. And even though he's not around, he's a useless person. You go and use your mouth and spoil all your family to the person you're marrying. All the because overall best in love. Now that's home. They understand that even though this boy is everything that is rumored to be, that a marriage can shift by 1 month because the bride says, my brother will be in my event. And it was the kind of event where she wanted a situation whereby her brother will walk her to one point, her mother will walk her to one point, then her father will walk her to and she was not budging. When the brother came, he cried. He cried like when he was walking, and he cried because he understood that even in my madness, my sister is able to say, see, bro, now you will walk me first. Better go and accept this thing. This is a family that they are shouting on each other and they are crying because this is a dysfunction we will solve indoors. But when we go outside, as far as the world is concerned, we are one. No family doesn't have dysfunction. Oh my God, my family is acting so weird. I cut it. I cut them. You're costing your own children the love of if your father, she had one idea about a certain commercial. Her father was the one that sent the letter. This one when she did do interview, her father was the one that sent the letter in conjunction with people to the brand that, oh, they should not put women watching this. Please now. We will give birth to boys, so some of the mentality we are adopting is too intense for people that will have male children. It's too intense. Loosen up your brain a little so that you can properly raise your son. Because some of the ideologies we are running with is too intense for women that will have boys tomorrow. Because they might be at the other end if you're not soft enough to raise them, panda. God, I beg. Well, I swear. So children should not include themselves in marital wars. True. Absolute. Like, see, don't include yourself. That your father was a bad husband, but he was a good father. Just stay with father. You love your mother. You don't like what he did, but still, you see that side. Everybody's doing this thing for the first time. Oh. Everybody's doing this thing for the first time. Oh. Because overall best. So they're acting weird now. No. She was the one acting weird. She was acting really, really weird. And me, I'm saying it from the point where, because she likes it, she don't know saying a prince. But actually, it's not she should define weird. She should define weird. But she go and sit down. Every family has their dysfunction, I beg. So I should open phone line. So that people come and argue. Okay, I open it now. But let's get the likes up. I don't know how many likes do we have? It will determine. So I didn't consider that William also lost his second in command partner due to that's true. That's you see, Debola, that's why I did this reel, because that's why I did this live, because I feel like we have gotten to the point where as a society we pander to the person that is throwing tantrum more than the one that maintains law and order, does assignments, shows up the next day, acts up. So the same thing in Canada here. If you do not go to hospital and roll on the floor, they will not think you're about to die. You have to literally act drama for people to listen to you. So what happens for the ones that are carrying the world on their shoulder? Look at William, the time when diagnosis, his father diagnosed with cancer, his wife diagnosed with cancer. He has to show up for his children, make sure, they like to stroll with their children to school. You have to also be a good father, a good husband, be visiting Catherine. A good son, be visiting your father, and then a good incoming king. And then you have to also shut up when your brother is running amok, insulting your wife, insulting your father. You have to never complain, never this thing. For where your blood they boil, but never complain, never this thing. We are not talking. God forbid, hey, my brother was so hostile to me. He hooked me in my shoulder. Do you know how many siblings they fight? Well, my siblings were fighting. You should get away. They talk anyhow. Please, people should tell me how many likes. So let's get at least, I don't know, how many people are here. I'm not even serious in this live stream. I think about 60. I guess 60 or 70. I don't know. Even if they don't want to be part of royalty, I want to be. Don't talk about your family. Don't talk about your family. Like, as Nigerians saying, let's talk about one person that is private. Okay, about 74. Okay, perfect. So let's how many likes do we have? Invite guests. This new stream here had not be here. So many things. How many likes do we have? Let's get about 50 or 60 likes. I don't know. How many likes do we have? Let me share my this thing. As Nigerians say, 21 guys. Let's not do that now. Please, let's like the video. I know that it's very controversial, but I guess that people are getting to understand it now. You're settling in the fact that you did not know how I was going to lead. But this wasn't a video about support Harry or support King Charles or support this. This is a video about how does this thing tie to our life and how do we begin to see things for what they are without being so sensationalized by the media. If you're meeting me for the first time, this is how I think. This is 100% how I relate things. I will not relate. When everybody was rejoicing about the girl, I say, your father is not in your wedding. Your brothers and sisters are not in the wedding. Your father-in-law is walking you down the aisle. The thing was not given to me. Because who is walking that Charlie? Charlie that did Diana wrong is the one that is an angel. Me, I felt like that was shade that no, no. If you're marrying into a powerful family, the day you begin to date the son and he says he wants to marry you, you go gather all your family. Everybody now, the way we are coming outside is a united front. Everybody, come, carry your family along. What is there? What is there? Some of you enter families now. God forbid that one person benefits in your house. You want to be the head. Nobody should benefit. None of the Markle children may they get small fame. Pippa, is it Pippa? Catherine's younger sister. Do you see how she trended in her sister's wedding? You see how many trend where Catherine's sister trend? Why did she not say she will not carry her sister along? Some of you used to do anyhow. Your siblings. Now the girl is married. She's even her marriage self. British press carried it. She is not in the royal blood, but because she's the sister of somebody that married into that, benefits. Tomorrow she shows up somewhere. People are snapping her. She's the sister of the. God forbid your father and your sister they do this. You should go and sit down. Did the absolute most. You see, her elder sister did the absolute most when she was getting married. I didn't understand their beef. See, and Chini, maybe it's because I'm a wedding planner. Those things don't. Maybe it's because I'm a wedding planner. Let me tell you people, this one happened to me. So I think most recently I lost my grandma. And the way I found out was quite weird. So my sister was gisting me and she said she was at a place at an event that my company was hosting. And then one of the men, the fathers of the event, was going to introduce her to somebody like, okay, this is, my father's child. You get that kind of thing. Guess the statement that this guy made. That is, they're introducing my sister. So this is Agri's daughter. And the guy looks at her and says, why is she not fair? I come to you in the year of Mohbad's father to tell you that Soso was gum-smacked. My dad is fair. My dad's family, they are like very fair. And then my mom is dark. So if two people have a child, I don't get why you feel like the child. Do you understand how sometimes there were certain things that started clicking in my head? I was like, they said that. Say legit. He took one look at my sister and said, why is she not fair? And I said, pardon. I was like, is that why maybe my grandmother did not like me because I'm dark? But there's a day, I don't think I've even told my dad. I took my son to go and see her. And I'm so proud of myself that I did that because now that she's late. One look at Micah, she was in love. Now Micah looks like my dad's people because he's fair. And you see why I understand this thing? Because it's people behave like this in real life. It really it's how life is. It's just how life is. Like, one look at Micah and she's like, he looks so much like my dad, and this is how he remember. But God forbid me and my blackness. her grand, her great grandchild is so fine and so fair, and then there's me that is like, oh well, she's there, and then. Oh my God, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, that was, anytime I remember it, I get to understand people better. It's true. So is there. So came back. She didn't really see the depth, because one of the conversations were around like, why are the children dark? Why are the two people got married, gave birth to children, and you're surprised that seed is dark? Like, why is she dark? Her mother is dark. But why is she dark? Like, her mother is dark. This is me. And this is something like, you get where I'm coming from. So it happens. My dad is fair. If you see my grandmother, it's not even a situation of, okay, if she had plenty more. My grandmother is white, no knuckles. When I talk of fair, you know, when Okrekapu want to be fair, their fairness is not here. Fair. I have a cousin, I think one of my auntie's son, straight Mr. Albino, like with a fair enter eye. My eyes are not like proper black. They're like light brown. I have uncles that have like grayish eye. You know, those kind of fair people. And then they now have me that I'm black. So you get why it is a problem. So yes, sometimes it just happens. And then by God's special grace, I now have a child that reminds them of their lineage. They are now happy. Do you get that kind of, I have redeemed myself by having a fair son. Oh my God, guys, that's just by the way. It happens. Some of us are just, will I say, lucky or unlucky. But imagine coming from that kind of realistic family, will I say, to a large extent. So I look at it and I can't be offended. I just laugh about it, because that's the hand you have been dealt. And that's how life is. That's the hand you have been dealt. And of course, Auntie Suso gisted me the thing. I was like, no wonder she was so happy to see Micah. And then the love was like, I was like, picking when I just bring today to see you. Why they happy like this? It might not be, but of course, I'm in my right to think so. It might not be, but no matter how dysfunction and all those plenty things where there are many quarrel left and right, I think I was so happy that I left all those things aside and I took my son and said, I'm not going to inherit whatever the quarrel was. I'm going to carry my child. I'm going to take to his great-grandmother and show her. And, you know, mother is like, hey, be careful. This, everybody will be careful. My father was even the one I was more scared of to tell that I'm doing this, but I'm very happy I did that. And that's how children should behave, no matter how the issues are. That's their business. But I will not have, like now, Micah has a picture where he's with his grand, which is good, with his great-grandmother, which is good. So such is life. Yes, how far? I beg, I'll soon go. What's the time? Yeah, I still have to go soon. I still have to go. Says the skin color story Meghan was talking about on Oprah, like, say, person don't commit treason. But they actually you see, that's why I understand it, because I'm like, skin color. Have you met the kind of grandmothers and in-laws we have here? They will legit look at a pregnant woman and go like, hope he'll be X color and not Y color. You get, for some of them, it's because they are that color and they feel like this child should carry my family, you know, color. And probably if they now do not like your wife, hey, they just want to be sure that the offspring is more like them than like her. Do you get that kind of thing? It happens. Sometimes it's not even color. Two fair people will marry, and then the grandmother is more concerned about the nose. The nose. Why is the nose like this? Do you know, even on this channel, many people have seen this, my nose. I will report all of you. They always see my nose and think I'm pregnant. There is no day I'm not pregnant. But it's my nose. They know that Africans have big nose, but Nigerians, my own subscribers will be in this comment section, say, Asi, you look pregnant. And I tell them, sorry, I have big nose. How will you think I'll be offended? See the kind of people I am with. I cannot be offended. Every day I show up. If maybe I wake up and my face is swollen, I just rush to do a video. See, you look pregnant. this is a subscriber that has been with me. They know me, a staunch darling, is predicting pregnancy. You can't be offended by them because they think it's actually in their right, but that is life. And I'm begging them that, oh no, as Africans, we have big nose. Oh, was my own. It's like I took the big nose very far. Like I was very consistent in the size. So I cannot be offended by that now. Imagine I go and do Oprah interview. Some of these subscribers, they comment about my nose and if my son is going to have big nails. Go and sit down. Come on. I don't think the colorism, let's see, black people and colorism, yes, that's one, Chini. I don't think it's even only colorism per se. Like the ones that have colorism are the ones that go out of their way to want to bleach their children. But then there are some people that just believe that they are more. Thank you, Esther. Esther said my nose is beautiful. Thank you, because the way they bully me in this place is God. They are my subscribers. They're not my enemies, but they insist that I'm pregnant because my nose is big. And I've been pregnant for 3 years now. The pikin never great come. They insist I'm pregnant. It's not about colorism. I just feel like some people feel they're better than others. Minus colorism, they feel like they're superior. Maybe in their pattern, their ways or anything, because they were not suggesting my fairness based on if I'm not fair, I go to use cream. No, I should be more like them. And everyone should be more like them. Like if a family, my grandfather was very fair, my grandmother was very fair. There are some of my aunts that are not like too fair, but they're like, everybody has fair profile. But the more we marry and mix with like darker skin people are not, and then the matriarch of the family is like, who are these black babies? I'm sure she didn't say that, but yeah, my father is the first child, so I'm sure the pressure on making sure that his offsprings were a certain color was high. So my father is like the Prince William. So imagine me showing up and I'm not. My elder sister is fair. So yeah, my elder sister is fair. It's just that I'm not really that dark, but I'm dark enough for my grandmother to notice. So yes, I don't think she would wanted the color based on she would bleach me or she did. It's just that I should remind her of her own. Like if you see how African people used to, our last born, my youngest sister is fair. It's just me and Soso that have problem. In fact, Soso was born very fair. Soso was white when she was a baby. She was literally white. I was the only one that showed up from birth black. I have just been black. I've never had a fair time in my life. But Soso used to be fair. She just came into her color and became a bit darker the older she got. But that man's statement was just, I don't think, the man that was commenting that why is my sister not fair? He's black. Oh. Like somebody says, oh, this is Agri's daughter. And then you turn and you look at her and like her. So why is she not fair? Because you just feel like everybody in his family, in that man's family, is fair. And now this is his child. So why is the child not fair? But you don't know that his husband and wife, especially those of you shouting Mohbad, this son doesn't look like Mohbad. But it's Mohbad and this girl that came together to give birth to Liam. So why will Liam look like Mohbad? So this your grandchild is not going to be a direct grandchild of yours. Meghan is already the product of a white father, a Jamaican mother. Now she's marrying a ginger. It is normal for people to say which kind of combination Moku see how the pikin go day. It's not a woe is me thing. I don't know, but maybe it's me. I can relate because my mom was fair to the extent that she looked Indian. For context, I'm Kenyan and I'm dark compared to my mother's side. Oh, Esther. Oh, yeah, Kichi is here. Welcome, Kichi. Esther says she relates. I'm telling you, those of us that are children of fair people, we have to explain our life away. We have to keep explaining that, oh no, I'm dark because I look like my mother's people, because my mom's people are dark and tall. That's where the height is. My father's people are tall, but they are fair. That's where fairness is. So as you come in now, they give you your dice. Anyone you pick. So that's why I feel like you shouldn't pick offense with statements like that. Hi, Kishi, welcome. Share your thoughts. I know that with this Harry thing, like I said, my angle is just, to bring us to understand that. I mean, this thing has different sides. So hold on, please. Let me just see. Okay. Okay. All right. Got a message. No, you can talk. Oh, got a message when I was talking. Kiki,
Hello, Auntie Asi, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. How are you doing?
I don't know, I think there's something wrong with my phone because I can't hear you. I have to put my
I can
ears by
hear
the
you.
speaker.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to talk about, so the Meghan Markle situation. When everything started beginning, they were dating. I was living in the UK. So I
Mm,
could feel the culture around me, everything that was happening. I was in an all-white school. Everything they were saying, I know, because my school was it was all white, it was in the Midlands, and it was like that type of prestigious boarding school, right? I was staying
mm,
there. Even before, first of all, I'll go back to the beginning. Before he introduced her as his girlfriend, I knew her already. I was following her from the suit show. I wasn't a big fan. I don't do that for people. I already knew her in the suit show. I was like, oh, her acting skills is nice. That's wonderful and everything. That's fine. When I now realized that, oh, she's dating Prince Harry, I was like, this woman, I'm going to stop acting. That I want her. I don't want her to marry him. I want to continue watching the show, even though they'll cancel the show. And they truly did that.
mm.
So, getting to this thing, why I feel like if you were not living in the UK at that time, you won't understand exactly what was going on. Every news station that I browsed, every tabloid that I browsed, there was a sort of narrative that was going on about her. It was a sort of, I don't want to say racism. It was like when they said
You
that,
can
oh,
say
she's
it,
straight out
Kishi.
of Compton. Like, Compton in America is like that.
No. Kishi. This
Yes, ma'am.
this place, you can say it. Like everybody and their grandmother knows that the British media are the most ruthless. Everybody and their grandmother, like media is ruthless, but we know that the British
Hmm.
media is very, very ruthless. Very.
Racist and prejudice.
Yeah,
And I think that
that.
was
They
that was the reason why I immediately they started the dating, and that was the reason why I was like, I'm going to stand up for this woman. Because I will hear someone say what's again, someone will say something like what was it? It was they were saying something like to me about how they're not liking how someone in my school said they're not liking how a black gorilla is entering into the royal family. That day I wanted to throw chairs. That day I
that's
wanted to turn the whole school upside
the
down. I
the
said, you thought of me, you black I will finish you and your forefathers. I will
that's
enter
why
your body.
they
You
were
won't
doing
understand
black
yourself
in the
anymore.
white school.
That day I
Crazy,
wanted to show madness. Because
crazy. Say how a black gorilla will enter into where?
see, Auntie
She's not
Ansi,
even black. That's why this blackness pushes. So if we can embrace other sides as freely and let these children that are mixed be not to be inheriting, the bad aspect of one part of their lineage. I'm not saying that anybody should wipe their quote unquote blackness, but having a Jamaican mother makes it like half black, half. But if you look at it, like we in where we're from in what they call in Nigeria, most people say family does not like you, don't go. Do you understand that your
yeah,
love will not be enough?
yeah,
So for the typical, oh my God, Kishi, please come back, please come back. For the typical Nigerian or African, that might be the reason why some people are just like indifferent, because our modus operandi here is if the family does not like you, don't enter. There's a lady that was pregnant most recently on social media. Her mother-in-law came to the house and was beating her up and telling her she will leave the house. And then people were like, you see, the husband was there telling her, Che, take it easy, take it easy. But then people were saying, you see, you should have not entered the house. Hi, Kishi. You know,
hello, ma.
like
I'm sorry.
please.
Internet. Rogers is doing this.
Mm, so sorry. So that's what we used to say here. I guess that's why people will say maybe some Africans were indifferent, minus the ones that are like living there. I also do not want a situation whereby we make our reality as to what we experience as Black people there be
Mm.
equal parts reality for a half-white woman. Because as much as we love her, she cannot be the representation of the suffering that an average. If Meghan was in
He
a
doesn't even claim black. He says,
black
I am mixed race. She's been saying it for 2
race,
years. I'm mixed race.
if Meghan was in your school now that's predominantly white, I swear to God, nobody will know her mother is. She not go feel her now. She cannot be in the way where people will be talking, because everybody will see her like she has straight hair, she has this, you know, that kind of thing. So that is where the risk for us forcing people to have one drop of blood to drag them to our side. It also affects the child in the sense that something that would have been a smooth sailing for her into a royal family, we push this agenda to the point where she's now getting the bad parts. Maybe things her mother experienced for being a full Jamaican woman. A half Jamaican girl is now experiencing, not just half, like proper look at her face now. She's giving Caucasian woman. You get it?
When she faces her head.
Yeah. So sometimes you look at our children like, if we are going to be realistic with these kids that we are having, because people are intermarrying every single day, should we fully look at a white woman and say you are a black? Is it not giving identity crisis for the person? You know, most mixed race children fight with identity crisis a lot, because people want to see, if you come to Nigeria now, you be Oyibo. You go abroad now, you are black. So who are you? Like when you go to your black side, you are too white to be black. When you go to the white side, you are too black to be white. So the child, these children are now having, like, you know, identity crisis. But I understand. Please go on. Yes, the British media, oh my goodness. Oh my father Abraham. Those people survive. Oh my, I am telling you that if you're marrying, that's why I can't get it. If you're marrying into the royal family and you read the docu of what they did to, even though we hate Kamala, having a Camilla. Nah. If I'm Camilla, I'm not gonna love. Are we going with my life, Charles? Which kind of love is this one? Nothing where Camilla no here for one hand. But the woman just ignored. Like, let's be realistic. If we're doing women supporting women, Camilla self is a woman. Some things that they have said about her, even us, based on we like Diana. But is it bad? They were in love. Then
what rubbish love? What rubbish love? He was married. She was married. They were doing time together.
So then they do.
No. Immediately he married. Immediately she married someone else. He married. They should just ended it there. Well,
is she? There are people used to do adultery. Adultery is such a big thing, no? They still do it.
Anyone, family, friend, member does adultery in front of me, I will report you to the whole world. Don't try me. Go in front of me.
Like, even us now, there are many people like this Yule Doche matter. I carried it on my head because, of course, pure adultery. Eh? But do I acknowledge that it exists 100%? These people are mad. They believe that their love is the real one. They are forgetting the people they hurt. Camilla's husband, uncle. You, Camilla, I married
her children.
You are going to sleep with her children, uncle. Do you understand? Like, there are many people that these two king and queen of present day Britain, they did not consider the feelings of many people because of this their love. Many people that they hurt along the path. Charles hurt his ex-wife and her kids. Camilla hurt her ex-husband and her kids because the two of you say you must be in love. But are we, because me, I don't understand love people, though. Maybe you understand them more than me. Is that real love? Explain to me.
It's selfishness. Anytime I think of the royal family, two people I don't like the most is Camilla and that place. Both of them, I see them on side. Because one thing I do not like, and I think maybe it's because of personal experience from my family, is people doing things in corner. If you knew that she was the one for you, you should have been open in the beginning. Open. I like openness.
He was open. No. He loved her before they married. Like what I explained on this live stream. Let's just leave reality. Is that he told his mother, but you know that Camilla was not a virgin. And then she's a bit older than Charles. But what Elizabeth wanted for her first son is a pure girl that has all the qualities to inherit the queen, because the girl is going to be queen. Now, there are many people that we should blame. Elizabeth, in interfering with your son's love life, you went to bring Diana inside. Shey you for leave the girl to find her own love. Do you get that kind of thing?
And then she wasn't even protecting Diana. She didn't
Yeah,
protect
and when
Diana
she
when
entered
woman was
inside
crying for
now,
help.
look at the way your son is insisting, because he's still a man. All of us will be saying, don't marry a mommy's boy. That one entered inside and stuck by his love, hurting his wife. Whereas if he was a mommy's boy, he would have loved Diana or pretended to love her, and they would just be dragging out their loveless marriage for our benefit. Do you get that kind of thing? So Elizabeth actually failed that young girl. But if Elizabeth looks at us, she will tell us that she did everything she did in service of the British public. Why? Because she needed a certain picture, a certain perfection for the next queen. And that person will have all the qualities for the queen and still be fine and still be a virgin for her son. You understand? So she, in Elizabeth, in her own line, she didn't do bad. Uncle Charlie, in his own line, he's insisting that he loved who he loved. But these two mad, lovely people have now hurt a generation of people that are now suffering consequences of their insistence that they must be in love. Shey you see? That is where people, everybody that is suffering anything now, is as a result of this. Because should Diana have still been in the family, her boys will not be
alive.
One, her boys will not be apart. Harry will not even be throwing tantrums. This one that they allowed him to be throwing since. No, because she was a very prim and proper person. She had places where she was both mommy. She didn't do I'm only queen. She will run race in their school. She was a mother. You get? So I don't think she should have allowed Harry to be smoking cocaine. No. But at least if she was there, I'm sure this whole thing, the British press, even as they did there, it's not like they love Diana. They still wrote skating things about her. Because the British press, they are wicked. They write, how can a paparazzi kill somebody? These people are mad. I don't like those people. Oh. If you read British tabloid, you can die. It's like, those people are weird. They are very skating. And you know, if somebody insults you in British English, they pain. In the pain. No, Makishi, please, God, I really like your stance. Let me know.
Okay, so when as I say, they were not. It was the press and everything and the culture of the people. And I think for me at that time, yeah, what made me really like Meghan is that she opened up a conversation that people don't talk about racism when it comes to racism. But I will say it again, she's not the ideal. I won't say ideal person, but she doesn't properly present what I, as that skin, horrible, everything we present as a black woman in the diaspora, in UK, whatever it is. She doesn't present that. But she opened up a conversation in America, everywhere around the world about racism in UK. Because immediately it was announced racism, racism, racism. It was the title of everything, straight out of Compton. This, black girl. And no one was saying I'm mixed, I'm mixed. Let's take that apart now. It now comes to the day of the wedding. Yeah, you see that thing that you said about the father. The father, I would have said she should let her father come, no matter what he did. But when I watched the documentary, yeah, the father, she was still texting him after what he did. He staged paparazzi photographs and everything, and then it not came to life. And then we're not telling her that your father should not come, and she was fighting. No, I want my father to come, right? She now, what's the game? She now take her talking to him, calling him, daddy, where are you? Father, where are you? Come, come, come. The man did not pick up her line at all. She was expecting him for the wedding. He was meant to come for the wedding.
Meghan,
Yeah. No. So
if
what
it's
happened was that
you're getting information from, she's lying.
what happened was that
You know,
he had
first of all, the beauty about being the kind of person that I cut through instinct now. Now she's like, you guys see that.
I don't think she's
that
lying.
Father come on the day of your wedding. 3 days to the wedding.
The day before the wedding, or a few days before when she was texting him.
Father was she not aware father had heart attack?
No, it was before the heart attack. It was when he was staging that paparazzi photograph. It was when he was staging that paparazzi photograph. She confronted him about it because those people in the royal family were on ahead about it. He now cut off contact with her, right? I don't know, maybe they had a big argument and then they cut off contact with her. But there was
paparazzi thing because the British family, they are very
they're very.
But you, Kishi, you go tell your father, say, see how he be. Do you get that kind of thing? You will not cut off contact simply because of paparazzi.
I won't even beg him. I'll say, Daddy, please, this is royal family. Behave yourself.
And he's a Hollywood person. He's a film director. If you think that he will not be doing things on film, it's strange. That is what for your private school. So you just give him that no, let's not know. You know how this family they are, see. But you will still not, don't even pander to those things. Because she had enough time between engagement, relationship to have grown a tough skin on British Kini. You understand?
No, I don't think there's enough time. I don't think there's enough time for her. I don't think there's
no way.
Those people. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I've learned about the British family, right?
No. British media.
The British media and the British family are connected.
Enough time to study the family that she married into, but she married inside. Are you seeing that? Now,
one thing I will not give to her was that she saw Prince and she saw Crown, she saw dollar sign, and then she ran it.
Dollar sign. She just wanted the title because she was a D-list actress now. Now title.
That's one thing. The title that was connected to him, she ran into. She did study for it. I would say, okay, maybe she fell in love and then she ran into the title. And she did study for this thing. But I would say one thing, you can never prepare for that family. Because
you can never prepare for British family.
You
can get a Nigerian. There are people, I'm telling you that there's a wedding that the daughter went to bring wine. Like your daughter in Nigeria, let me give you this example because it's funny. Where people are speculating, it's allegedly that this rich billionaire man used to beat his wife. So his son now is getting married, and the son too is actually hostile as well. Maybe he saw it from his father. So the son's wife is supposed to bring wine, to come and present that kind of thing. Guess what? The mother knelt down too with her daughter, which is weird, which is not done. Do you get that kind of? So we are looking at it from the picture of to what extent can a woman take? And that is where even us as Nigerians, we try to fight. We may not speak of it, but we also know that some can take. This is just money without the fanfare of HRUH. On just money, the extent. Because if there's one person that is most important to the person you want to marry is his mother. So if you study she just felt that probably she would be a second Diana. Study how this thing is. They need a rush enter marriage because she will still have gotten all the balls by dating him. All the balls that she needed by just dating him. Because the British people and then too, oh boy, they're English. They will find a word and insult you that you need to use dictionary to understand what it means.
Sometimes it's not word. The way they look at you and do their mouth. It's not word. I felt it in my bones.
That's why they're the ones that colonized us. Because Nigerians, our mouth is not good. And we keep wondering why. It's because of those winch people that colonized us. The insults in Nigerians will insult you with dictionary. That is the same. They're like same. Like their colonial master. They are wicked, though. They are weak. I'm saying it because if I'm ready to marry into a princess family, sorry, I will not even open tabloid. I'm ready for now. I go nowhere. You will be bored. I go nowhere. Do you get that kind of thing? So I'm just I get that. Of course, you will have those problems. Let just hold your thought. Let's read some comments here. You said Queen Elizabeth, these royal men love older women. Now, true, like father, like son, Abi, you are on point. You say, what's the point? What's the point of a man who has no affection, marrying a man who has no affection for you and treats you with disdain? He was never faithful because he never loved. See, I know that sometimes people will say, okay, we cannot blame the dead, but of course you blame Diana because you saw that he didn't really have affection for you, that maybe he's his mother. But it happens. I'm a wedding planner. It happens in situations where we tell girls, if the family doesn't like you, don't enter. Imagine a situation whereby his mother loves you. You will not even, if he just tolerates you, you will think it's love because of how much his mother loves you. You will enter. Do you get? Because the same word we use that can help us to understand why Diana entered the marriage is the same word we have to use to understand why Meghan still went ahead. Because if we tell her that if the family loves you, enter. Watch. Do you get? It's not like Charles hated her. He tolerated her. He didn't like love her with the love he loved Camilla. But because of the love that his mother had for her, and this is not just ordinary mother, Queen of England, let's not fault her for entering that kind of marriage. Do you understand? That's the part. So women who support women but don't support theft and rubbish. I'm telling you, is when it happens. Diana was chosen for her, yeah. Royal, you say Queen Elizabeth did like how Nigerian parents. I'm telling you, Meta, I am a wedding planner. Nigerian parents still today, then they choose partner. They don't care. It can be gamble. There are some weddings, I'm telling you, like 90% they last. I don't know how they get it right, but some of them are lasting because both families have business ties. So this is beyond your love. You will fall in love by force because my family or my business is tied to the father of the bride's business. So the love must be there because if on a break, business self will break. So I've had those issues. Say yes, so good English cuts. Sorry, Kishi, just give me a moment. Let's read this. Say please add Diana's sister to the blame list because how is it that you know give your sister heads up or your ex-boyfriend? Flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. Flesh and blood, but how will we do now? The girl is already dead. You get, so that's why I don't touch those things because when people are dead, it's like beating a dead horse. So how we go do? So I don't know. I think King Charles was a mommy's boy by marrying Diana, even when he loved somebody else. Yes. See, there's one thing to be like King Charles was trying to play politics in the sense that you don't want to annoy your mother to the point where she go give Andrew your title. British tabloids had it now. Andrew was next in line. So he was trying to still pander to his mom, but still love the one he loved and still be a good king. No could give Charlie small, like, come on now. It's at the end of the day, now still just human being. You get, like, that's how I try. As much as sometimes I want to hate people, I just look at it like, maybe right from time you don't have sense. So what gives? So I don't know. I feel like, okay, they say I'm probably biased, but I think he wanted to have his cake and eat it. Thank you, Debola. Exactly. Like he wanted the crown, but wanted the side chick. The crown is tied to the mother that is bringing Diana. And then he wanted that. However, he still wanted to continue to give Camilla hope. Now, Camilla, why did you not, in honor of the person you married, draw the line? Because we are looking at Camilla as much as this guy is still coming after you, it is the fact that deep down you feel like you're eyeing the crown. Do you understand why me? I'm also suspecting Camilla's love. Like you might be eyeing the crown. If not, why the man that married you? Why can't you just stay with him and tell Charles no? If you tell him no 100 times, he go love Diana by force now. So yeah, I guess. So please watch. Oh, bad. You see exactly older generations take shade this thing. My dear, yes, so Kishi, please, we are rounding up. Oh, Kishi is giving us her take as somebody that was in the UK when, Meghan and the whole thing. So now let me just give you like one last this thing so that I'm going to pick my son. So I'm going to have to rush out. So the reason Meghan entered into the marriage is taxing herself to be Diana rather than Meta. It be like say same. Our head they go there. Because you're supposed to study these mad people. Study them or they crazy. So because that stupid Harry married you to do statements. He wants to prove that he can take sharp lefts. If not on a normal day, the way Harry they behave. All of us that are now siding, stand with black people. That guy, a core African, if minus his title, you know, go give your picking to that man. His character. That is a tantrum sports chat. But now that he has married somebody that is half black, all of a sudden, hey, you know how we can be very hypocritical. However, as much as you want to blame Meghan, also understand that Harry might also be using that her status. She ticks all the 5 boxes that we annoy my family. I must marry her. Make her see what they go do. You know that guy? Harry, I'm not too sure for you. And then, Kishi, are you aware that this love, Meghan, has actually been shopping around for a divorce book? I know that you don't know, Sha, but it's okay.
This recent one.
Meghan?
Recently.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Like the rights, how much people will buy if she's to write a divorce book. That's why she's holding on to her. I followed it. That's why when somebody's writing, I should research. I said, I know they talk about this thing because I feel sad for Harry. Do you understand? At the end of the day, he'll be the loser. I feel sad for Harry. I hope she understands because her book will sell. Why? Because the royal family go collect their children back. They take kids back. You see how Diana had to live without the boys. The boys come back to the house. However, if she now writes that, oh, black woman that married a prince was divorced and sent away, painting the book goes sell.
Narrative.
You understand? If she stays with Harry, she continues to do black woman that is prejudiced with it. That is why I'm saying, like, let's not be selling skin. Like this thing a topic. Racism will not stop now. If this is topic. But if you deal with me, there was one of my colleagues, he did something. I told him, I said, see, the word nigger doesn't affect me because I know till my 4th, 5th generation. No offense to black people, black Americans. I know to my 4th, 5th generation, none of them have been to the US. So they were not in your cotton plantation. But you see my mouth. I will make sure you need 6 therapists for the rest of your life. He was looking at me dumb. So I say, the things that will come out of my mouth, you will need 6 therapists for the rest of your life. I don't joke.
Was it in this Canada?
Yes, in Canada. They know me now. Me, I know well. Do you know how many write-up? So somebody, I told somebody, let me give you an example. I told somebody that my son is coming. Okay? My son is coming to, Canada. And then somebody is asking me, oh, so, but does he speak English? My colleague. And I looked at him and said, so what do you think we speak in Nigeria? He said, like, I don't know. Nigeria. I said, good. I called on another person. What do you think we speak? She said Swahili. I said, yeah, the two of you. Google it. They now Google it. Oh my God, you people speak English? I said, so you think it's these 2 months I came to Canada that I learned English? And I asked them, I said, what school did you go to? This one say public school. This one say public school. I said, remind me not to put my son in that school. Why so come in now? I'm not well. You see how I said it? I didn't insult you, but as I left you, you went to report. Because there is, when something I insult. I said, remind me. My child. I write the name. They told me, so school, I write and done. So school, I write and done. I said, in case I forget, remind me not to put my son in this school. Yeah, teach anything. That day, I enter panel of judges. Another day, one police supervisor came again and asked me one stupid question. I was like, no, I'm looking at schools, like schools for my children. And all. He was like, public schools are not that bad. And I went to a public school. I didn't turn out bad. I raised my head. I said, are you sure? If the fact that they didn't sack me from that office, my first job in this Canada, my mouth is not good. I tell them, so you cannot be racist towards me because I'm not well, though.
I'm holding my own. These people have been worrying me at my job. I'm holding my passport
over his head. He said, yes, I'm sure. I didn't turn out bad. The other person, but one black girl don't laugh faint. Because when I say, are you sure? He's thinking, yes, I'm sure. Public school is not bad. However, I'm asking you, are you sure? Because you say you didn't turn out bad. I'm asking, are you sure you didn't turn out bad? Because this one, when they see, my picking will go to your school. And this is coming from Nigerians. This is how we talk. So first of all, I'm not being like racist towards you. We insult normally before thinking of people's emotion. So now coming into a place where everything is skin. I'm not talking of skin. I'm just talking about reality. If you're a dumb person, even though you're white, doesn't mean my child will go to that school. Make my pikin no go foolish. Like, to do with his color. It had much to do with the fact that he didn't have sense. And I had to point it out that you don't have sense, so I just don't want my child to go to your school because you don't have sense. Is it bad?
It's not bad.
Yeah, because
I support you.
If I come that to this thing, like a white man asked me if my black child speak English, I now say, I don't used to do those things. I just take it normally. Somebody stole bread, and then they were trying to investigate who was stealing bread. And I told them that I used to see somebody, and then one girl comes and says, is it the kitchen people? Like, does the person speak English? Because most of our kitchen people are like from Asian, different countries. Some black people are washing. And then the chef was there. The chef is also Korean. I was like, does the person speak English well? And I said, anybody that does not speak English well knows not to steal bread. You think we enter plate? Chef don't fall for grand. The white person, hey, chef don't fall for grand. Chef say, I see, what kind of problem? I say, people doing investigation and be asking me foolish question. Then I say, white. And I say, I should describe. I saw all of you look alike. Hey, I see, report to the board of directors. I miss that job. Now I miss it because I was so myself. Nothing like racism. My racism doesn't affect me because I'm not. Me, if I see you and I address you as normal, I address even our top members that have money. They'll see me and go like, "Oh, you came to Canada for a good life." I say, "Ha, that way." I will not say so. I'm here to school. So are you going to go back to Nigeria? I said, the day I finish my last paper, I'm going that day. If you see the way the guy's eye open, I say, yes, that day I'm going to the airport. Because when you say your savior and you're like, I need to leave this place, people are not well, it helps their pride to
Calm down.
It helps their pride. They ask me, how did you come? I say, how will I come before?
By
Dressed up. Now, I always tell people here, please, when you're going to a new country, nobody carry Ghana must go. Come on, get up, show up like you are here to see your people. You guys, all right? Make sure as your airports drip, as you're going to a new country, it has to show that you're arriving on a high note. Don't go scattered. It affects the mind. For me, that's one thing I note. Guys, thank you. Kishi is here. Kishi, final thoughts, please.
Final thought is that the only reason why I have a bit of sympathy for her is because I saw everything from dating to marriage to when she had a child that they said, oh, they post a picture of a monkey coming out of the hospital. This is Meghan and Harry when the baby is born. To everything people were saying till how the media were making up stories.
Let me see. If Meghan was black, South Sudanese black is a different case. But you are half white and you're marrying a white man, person post gorilla, and you are offended. I can't be offended.
Well, I feel like these people are not like us in Nigeria, where they will look at you and tell you what about your father and entire family. Now this is
she's
kind
American.
of white people.
When something is so far-fetched that you, as a black American, if me as an African, I come to your school, minus British royal family, Meghan is aware that they call Africans in America African booty scratcher. You are not black enough to be that extreme offended. That's what I'm saying. Between a black American that looks like us and us with our accents, they call us African booty scratcher, living on trees, living on this. If somebody is now connoting a gorilla for people that are full Africans, it is more offensive to a large extent. Do you understand? Because that's what they connote, and then you're like very offended. You're really, really black and all. But I'm just saying that. Imagine me telling somebody that I cannot be offended by nigger. I can never be. I know my generation to my 5th, 10th generation, they have never been to the US. They were never on cotton fields. So they don't relate to that unique, but I will insult you. So if me that knows my generation and I'm offended by nigger, it means that I'm beginning to, my brain don't shake. I don't know my heritage. I cannot inherit an offense that people with my skin color have. Because if I do that, everybody offense will be my offense, and I don't know where I'm from. Do you get that? That's what I'm just saying. Like, as we go, do not inherit offense. If not, you get angry, and then they ask you why you're angry. Were your parents, like were any of your ancestors fighting for black rights? Did they march? Did you meet Martin Luther King? You don't meet anybody, but you just a verse for nigger. When you can insult the person that your mother should have swallowed you, that person go come think for like 30 years. Yeah, to swallow you with a long swallow you. I'm not even okay. I'm not okay. You now offend me. They don't used to offend me, and it has nothing to do with black or right. They look my face and say, this one is a different black. Offend not. Ask his mouth is not good. That's why beyond color, I choose my offense. They can't. Nobody should call you nigger or N-word and you diverse. Turn and tell the person something that the person will be like, oh, woe is me, for I'm a child. Woe is me, for I'm a child. But I beg, guys. I see her parting word. Thank you so much, Kishi. Thank you,
Auntie. I've always wanted to talk on this thing.
I'm so called in today.
Every time I try, I say, oh, let me talk. I'm doing something. I'm in school. I'm at work. I said today I was in the Uber. I said today
I want to be doing live and bringing, like I promised them. I said I was going to be doing live back to back, but I couldn't meet up. But anyways, I'm happy that I'm able to do this today. From time to time, I'll try to do live because I feel like it's more personal and people get to just share. However we share our life, sometimes we don't even agree on the same points, but you just understand from people's point of view. You learn. Like now I learned that, people used to be offended by things that don't concern them. And I say, not true. I now become more empathetic towards them, but that doesn't mean I inherit it. Do you understand? Like, I'm surprised that people are offended by things and policies that don't concern them. You call me that I used to live on 3 and 10th, or you're telling me that my son speak English. How will I be offended by your ignorance? I'll tell you to Google it. No, and then I will not twist it around and say, which school did you attend? Yeah. I'm your teacher, I will never teach in my life. Like, just simple things that
I'm going to start using what you use.
But you cannot, no, me, I go there offended. I'm hardly offended. Because you cannot be foolish, and I will not be offended by your foolishness. You're asking me if I've seen lion in Nigeria. I say, you don't mean it, lion. Of course, now I have like 3 in my house. Like, oh, really? You say yes, because I don't think they used to teach well in that US. People have classes, you have classroom. You learn where. And they come here to tell you any nonsense thing. Always be on the and clear people, leave skin, leave sex. Oh, because I'm a lady, where I come from, I did a lot of school politics, so I'm never one to say female or male. I did engineering, so all of us now, man. Then you're from a place where everybody's like out there, and then coming out, I want us to be less skin conscious and more like meet them where then they meet you. If somebody, they see that you're now a strong black woman, you're talking, they now want to use the nigger or the gorilla. Do I look like a gorilla? Is a N-word go come vest me? No. Somebody that looks like milk cannot be insulting me now. What's wrong with you? Me, I go just tell you one good thing. Me, I'm not. Before I moved to this country, I understood myself. 3 weeks in, police come my door. I'm not to 3 weeks inside new country. 911 came and said, Madam, did you not just come? So, let people be avoiding me.
I thought my mouth was bad. Not as bad as yours.
Mentality. I know they do victim mentality. I'm never. Because you talk one, I will just sit down. Silent answer. Silence. I used to do reverse racism. If I'm walking and I see some white people walking, before they will even raise head, I'll cross the road, hold my bag tight. You go confused. Do you know what reverse racism is? I cross the road, I hold my bag tight. And then you're thinking, like, what is wrong with this man? Because that is what they usually do. When they see black people, they're holding bag tight. I will cross the road and hold my bag tight. What if you steal from me? You poor people. It's a mind game. Whenever people do that, they are not sitting near me in bus. I put my leg before you even adopt to sit near me. I never think of you. Why will you sit near me? Are we dating? No, don't sit near. Never. Don't sit near me. So I'm never offended that, let me see if somebody come in, they will sit near me. Why are you sitting near me? I don't even like people near me on a normal day. Black to black. Talk more of white, now go to another seat. So, no, I cannot be offended. If you adopt, especially like now, because Kishi, truly, that was my fear with sending Micah to certain private schools, is that even if I pay so much money and my son is in a school and then he's maybe the only black, I don't want to affect his self-esteem. Because if Micah grows up and probably asks a girl out and maybe she's white and she said no, but of course, they know the time my picking, they mad, say my picking fine. But however, let us just say she says no. Let him never think it's his skin color. If he's around black people and he'll ask a girl out and she says no, he will never think skin. I don't want him to ever think skin. Do you understand? Let it not be the first thing he thinks of. It might be other things. My son that came back from school with Superman watch. Now, girls, they rush us. So I'm not paying anybody's bribe. Tell your daughters that they rush us for you. I don't used to do that. Hot cake, please. Came back with one red watch. What's the girl's name? Bella that gave him. I said, Bella said he should not play with anybody on playground. Somebody's hair that I was training. My son had long hair. I used to train it, like braid it. He came back that he wants to cut his hair. What happened? Mommy, can I tell you something? Half of the people like my hair, half don't like my hair. I said, who doesn't? He said, the boys like my hair, but the girls don't like it, so I want to cut it. That's why I'm here. Because some people's daughters, I want to warn you people, your daughter said, don't like my son's hair. He have gone to cut his hair. You see how me, I'm a good mother. I know quarrel. I say, okay, no problem. Self-esteem. Waiting. Let me cut his hair. He said he came back. He was so happy. Bella said my hair is fine. My teacher said my hair is fine. He said, all are guess. His birthday. Micah, name 5 of your friends. 4 girls, 1 boy. I take it. I prefer that to LGQ LED TV. I say, I better for me that is guess I'm hearing because I know fish out. This Canada wanna drop me. I cannot shout. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Take care.
All right, now bye.
Bye.
It's also beautiful. Let's see. So is that why Harry is begging Charlie? I'm telling you, see, now that he feels like Charles wants to die, he's now like, I want reconciliation. I'm sorry, if you write about me in book, I will never reconcile with you. I know that Charles will want to reconcile because he just has 2 kids and he would really want to do that. But I can get why royal advisors will not allow him. I will not do that. So is that why he's begging? Yeah. He said, who was Camilla's great-grandmother? Oh, yes, so family of side chicks. Amma, flesh and blood did not reveal this thing to you. I didn't even remember to add this one. Nah, they don't like the side chick thing. So also beautiful, but grandpa from in-law say, he said, when I had delays in childbearing, talk full everywhere. When I born my first daughter, the love was everywhere. She was fair. When I gave birth to my second one, she was dark. Also beautiful, but grandpa from in-law say, my second daughter no fine. No. Yeah, Jesus, yobosa. You broke to tears. No mind them. No mind them. Especially if he is the fair person. He believes in only them. That's what then they do. So I feel bad for Harry. I think he loves his family. The thing is, unfortunately, yeah, he does. I also heard the marriage might be, see, that's the thing. When you feel like, when you take no matter how much your husband loves you, he needs a balance. He needs his brother's love. When you carry your husband to your chest, you can break him. So the marriage being on the rocks is that he's lonely. He's not an American. All this American lifestyle, not being lifestyle. He was born into a royal family. He has lived there for 30-something years. He married you in another 5 years, or now they do like a fugitive person where gets castle. They do like fugitive. They go D-list party. All them Jay-Z, Beyonce, no one talk to them. A whole prince that is not even supposed to be pandering to those things. You get, he will not be happy. He's protecting you. He loves you as his wife, but he's not fully happy. A man that is not fully happy, there's problem. So that tomorrow now, let them not blame British royal family if anything happened, because his wife is checking for divorce book. So she knows better than us what is going on. So you don't build anything in life by disrespecting others. Surely not your family, even disrespecting your dead grandmother. Exactly. I feel like now that he looks at it, he's like, nah, why will I, he has lost a lot. If his father dies, he doesn't like reconcile. Imagine his grandfather that loved him. See how his final days, they made it. His grandmother that loved him. See how her final days, they made it. Do you get? Then now his father is very sick. You now want to write a book about these 3 people that love you the most because of person where you don't marry day before yesterday. And we, that we are women, we will have sons. We that we are Nigerian women that are very stubborn. We never want to hear that one girl will marry person. Let me just give an example. One of you, your daughters will come and be marrying Micah and say you should carry him away. I will remove your roof. I'm not going to answer her. I go call your roof. You, the mother and father, I will remove the whole roof. Let's go to court. I'm not well. They don't used to do that thing. Yeah, I love my son so much. I want to take him away from his mother. Me that I'm suffering in this Canada. Tomorrow, Micah will say, I did not do anything for him. Man, no slap the wife. Ha. I'm not well. Eliza is nice. It's not me. Oh, Charlie is nice. So that since you people are in a cloud, Asi is not well. Oh, see the child that I suffered for. They don't used to carry girl and say, oh, this is your mother. I do not like the way she said, hope the child I will have her type of nose. Because of that, let us leave. It's not that my son is going to live in my house, that let us cut them off. Let me just announce to you that I will remove the roof of her parents. Come on, bust all their tires. We go there. It will be battle. Battle. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm not, even the person say, even him, the person will tell you, say, please, Oabe, let's settle. My mother is, her head is not correct. So I'm sure of that. So that you people are not surprised. I'm sure even people on social media now go they take Micah say, Micah, your mother is not well, oh. Don't use love and do this thing. Go back to your house. That your mother is not all right. The same way, even when he was in his former school, there was a lady, I think she's a subscriber. She saw him in the class. I was like, oh my God, Micah attends this school. Now told the teacher, put eye for this one, body, your mama head no correct. The teacher got me. I was like, people know Micah and they know you. That somebody warned me that nothing should do Micah or his mother will shake this place. I like the way that my people know me. So even where you see Micah misbehaving, tap him for me and tell you that your mother is not okay. Let it be good. You say, I would like to be a fly on the wall to see what you say to someone that call you my sister. Fly on the wall go too good because now me go come report my. I will finish. Go see what I do SK. If they fear to enter kitchen, I will so finish you. They fear. I told him, I said, are you mad? Now you think your government brought me here? They talk of skilled worker. Do I look like an asylum seeker? They craze. Skilled worker. I flew into. Did you say I flew in? Do you know how much for flights? I even flew business. Do you know how much for? Have you seen ticket in your life? Don't try. I'll not do. Not try me. Or else will go meet HR because down in my office they have written reports. Anytime you do those subtle racism, I'll be like, what countries have you gone to? Then you know, past Mexico, you know, past all those small places. I'll be like, okay, all those ones they will have discount tickets. Say flight from Nigeria to here. See how much. Next time in your life, don't be trying me. When you come here, and some of you, the reason why people are so racist to you and open is because you talk bad about your country. You talk as if your papa house they smell. That's what's doing Meghan. You've acted like your father, your family is smelling. If you act like, even here in Canada, I don't act like Nigeria is smelling. People know that if money small money enter if you stress me, I'm in the airport. I'm going to my father's house. Not even just Nigeria. I'm going to Port Harcourt, Burukri. I'm going to my father's rear. I'm going to sleep. But when you don't like your father's house, strangers will mistreat you. Many of you have sold your families out. You sell your family out. This is the repercussion. Anyways, so that's it. All right, guys, let me head out. God be with you. Make I not go keep my picking for school. Anyways, I'm helping my cousin to get her son as well. So yeah, hope you guys are doing great. Next week I'm going to come back on live. Thank you so much for joining. See, I still don't understand the nigger angle today. I had to be cautious because the Port Harcourt girl in me did not. Now, Jennifer, do you be raised in Port Harcourt? Do you know how we're just raised by strong women? Like everybody's strong, bracket strong. You know, they pander to small mumu things. Say Harry will start resenting Meghan because he's missing his family. This is where the marriage rocks is coming from. Because as much as maybe she's from a place where she can cut off her father, Harry is not used to it. Harry is not used. This is a learned behavior. Harry is not used to it. Even though your husband people do you somehow, if it was a Nigerian, she would reason with it that, now let me just stay for my husband's sake. Do you understand? Manage a little. Because this boy is na castle lifestyle. He dey carry and they come here. Na castle lifestyle. This boy is pampered. Let me help him. Anyway, sure. Yeah. That is just it. They say, now God, they take us firstborn. We are the ones to understand the bad behaviors of some parents and grandparents. I'm telling you. All right, guys, thank you so much. I need to head out soon. They'll be done from school. All right, bye, everyone. Thank you for enjoying this live stream. I knew that it was from a different angle. Hope we learned a thing or two. Let us guard our hearts, not inherit battles. And God be with us. Many of us are in different countries. Our families are in different countries. And I just hope as Black people, we don't push skin, sex, male or female, more than the content of our brain and our approach, because our children are watching us. We don't want a victim mentality. You will never, it will seem like things are handed over to you, handed down to you. You're trending because you're Black. You're trending because you're a woman. No. Trend because of what the content of your brain, the policies you go by and everything. Every other thing is just gas. Okay? All right, guys, thank you so much. And I'll see you in my next live. Bye, guys. Bye.